Hello everybody, we're back. You didn't notice it because you weren't here, but I've sorted frames out now, so Rob, shut up, big nose. We've just come back from a gorgeous
lovely
festival.
Nando's.
Shut up.
God, that was one of the nicest Nando's
I've
ever had.
What did you get?
Broccoli and peas, and then a chicken burger in the Vusa spice. It was fucking
I don't
excellent.
like the Vusa.
No,
It's
the
a bit.
Vusa's nice.
It's not every man's cut out for the Vusa, but
I don't think you are. You were crying.
I'm
Yeah.
crying because I'm
ta-
happy because
I
I've had a
can-
nice birthday, which it is today.
Happy
I can
birthday,
take some
Rob.
spice.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Thanks, Dan.
Everyone, I don't normally ask you to do this shit, but go leave him a comment, say happy birthday.
It'll be a week late, but we'll go do it.
Maybe about 2 weeks later.
Who cares? You know,
No, I appreciate
do what
it.
we want, don't we?
If Dan asks, then it's important.
Anyway,
Don't normally
we
do
haven't
it.
made a video about going to Nando's. We've come to tell you what went down at Slam Dunk, which, by the way, was an incredible 2 days. The best Slam Dunk I've ever been
Thanks so much for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
And we'll see you.
to. And that's that. So, where should we start? At the beginning?
So Slam Dunk is across 2 days, isn't it? There's
Yeah.
one down south and one up north in Leeds.
In it, guys. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Normally, they put north on first and then go down south afterwards, and it's a nightmare because
Pulled
we
the
have
old
to
switcheroo
travel
this time.
hungover. So this year, they switched it round south first and then north afterwards, which was great because it meant we got to stay home after north.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And they're doing it that way around next year as well.
Are they?
And I'm really pleased to hear.
They should definitely keep it that way. It's much better.
Yeah,
than that.
absolutely.
Yeah, it makes sense as well. Because like,
I wonder why they did it, because obviously it makes sense for us. Oh, I guess the Slam Dunk crew were from Leeds.
Yeah, it
it's
makes sense
also,
for
it's
them
also
as well.
a case of like, I don't know what shit they'd be carting back, but like, there'd be something that they've got to bring back up to.
Yeah,
Leeds,
they'll
no
have all
doubt.
their work
Maybe
stuff,
like a
won't they?
laptop, I guess.
Old-
if
old
they're already coming back up, then might as well bring that up as well.
I bet it saves on a lot of hotel costs.
Yeah, and it's probably one of those where it's like, because they are from Leeds like us, it's just easier for them and
Yeah.
it's
and the
more relaxed.
The final after party is in Leeds, which will be nice.
Yeah, because Leeds is a good
So
city
you just
to go
get to go home and go to bed like we did.
Yeah.
That's what we've just come.
So
back from
obviously
doing.
we're a bit biased, aren't we?
a
But
little
we're
bit.
always biased. You know, you can't not be in any situation ever.
Yeah, I guess you're always going to have some kind of unconscious bias. We did this training at work for unconscious bias training.
Did
and
we?
It's like at my work. And
Wait,
it's-
you've got a job?
And it's like, don't be racist, basically, but by accident. It was almost like it's,
So
it's okay.
they're accidentally telling you to not be racist.
No, it was like, we get that sometimes you're going to accidentally be racist, but just don't.
Great.
Well, obviously.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel safer already.
I love working in corporate stuff.
Anyway, the first day of the festival down south, early start, wasn't it? We had a
was.
7:15 train down.
Yeah.
We did. Because usually we drive, well, Razzie drives down. But we thought, do you know what, we're going to minimise that. Because if we drive down, it means we kind of have to get a hotel.
Means we
as
have
well,
to drive
probably.
back.
And
That's
Razzie
the
can
worst
have
part.
fun as well.
Yeah. So we got a hotel got a train this time round.
Oh, we got the hotel down, did we?
Shut up.
Oh, that'd be
Sorry,
great.
fucking
We
idiot.
got the train down at
An
7:15 in the morning. And do you know what, it was fine.
A bit of an early start. Want
Yeah.
two, please, but you know, you'll take it for a festival day.
Nice stop off in Stevenage for a
Oh,
quick
lovely,
pint.
lovely hour for a Greg's and a pint.
Strange place, that wasn't it?
Very strange place.
Fuck all going on there.
Yeah, Stevenage,
Like,
what's
look at
going on?
So we went to this pub, didn't we, in Stevenage? We thought it was a Weatherspoons. Well, less educated members of the group thought it was a Weatherspoons. I knew straight away it wasn't.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't.
I
It.
feel like there's definitely two people here who was saying it was a Weatherspoons.
I think there is a couple,
Yeah.
but it don't
Yeah.
matter anyway. We're not here to like name and shame any
No.
fucking dumb idiots.
We'll just describe who they are. One's got a Lego hair and the other one's a gnome. So
Wasn't me.
you
me.
decide. You decide. I think it was you two.
It wasn't, it was Mary.
Me? It wasn't
Yeah.
me, you
Me?
fucking idiot.
Me?
I'm a female police officer. So we went to this pub and we ordered some drinks. And the guy,
Wow, this shit.
the guy opened one too many Desperados.
It was very friendly.
He was sound, he had a good
Yeah.
banter.
He's
But-
too friendly. He was swearing at us and
But then,
shit like
but no,
that.
but that's good. I'd rather have a proper conversation with a person like
I
he was
guess.
giving. I said to him, I saw there's a dartboard. I'm like, oh, have you got the darts? And he's like, and he looks at this other mate and he's like, have we got the darts? And his mate's like, no.
So they definitely do.
You know you've got the darts. Why else would you have the fucking board?
Dartboard.
I wanted to play some darts.
And it's mental because there was no one else in there.
No,
it
there
was
wasn't.
absolutely dead. It's like, oh,
Maybe they wanted to play.
It was Dix. It was like about 9 in the morning.
That'll be it.
I don't think it was 9 in the morning.
Sorry, about 9:30 then.
It's probably closer to 10.
I can find out exactly for you if we want
Wow,
to argue
it's-
over this already.
Great
Oh, we
podcast.
I could already see the comments as well. Like, what time were you in that pub? I need to know.
I need granular.
What time are you saying?
I said 9:30.
Are
I
you
say
gonna-
10:30.
Are you going to finish this story?
9:30, 10:30.
Yeah.
9:38.
Ooh, hour closer.
Fuck off.
It's without going over. Have you never seen Prices Right?
No,
Well, you should.
You should watch The Time Is Wrong.
I've got better things to do with my time than watch shitty TV shows.
No, you fucking don't.
So he opened Extra Desperado, and then he brought it over, like, maybe just as we were leaving. He was like, you forgot to take this. I'm like, no, you didn't charge us for it. Like, we didn't ask for it. You didn't charge us for it.
He did.
No, he didn't. He didn't
did he not
charge us for
charge?
it.
Oh, I didn't.
So I didn't want to take it, but then he was kind of like, gave it to me. I had it in my hand. And he was like, oh, just
I'll charge you
Just add
next
it to
time.
your next round. And I was like, we're not having another round. They took it off me. It's already open.
Yeah, he's going to go and have it.
Can't you just have that as
He's
like,
like, you know
petty loss or something?
You know this drink that you don't want it, you didn't pay for it. Well,
Yeah.
have it and pay for it in a bit.
Nice one. Cheers. But yeah, so
Even though you're going.
that's my anecdote from the day.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There was a weird little fair going on, wasn't it? Like a job
Job
fair or
fair,
something.
yeah.
Why didn't you two look?
I just couldn't be bothered.
Anyway, we then went to Hatfield train station and the train was rammed.
Yeah, what
It
busy,
was,
wasn't it,
yeah.
actually?
Yeah.
Would you believe? Because
There's a major event going on. Anyway, the good thing about Samwick South is you get off the train and the venue is immediately in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like over the road from the train station
Well,
entrance.
some might say it's a good thing.
Well,
some
I
might
guess
say it's a bad
we
thing.
can start talking about everyone fucking morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause-
thank God.
We there's quite a lot of there's probably not that much noise, but we're kind of in the middle of a lot of
Yeah.
it, so we see it. And
If you just look on Twitter,
People
then
are
you'll always
upset.
see negative stuff
people,
first.
but there's two things people complain about. One's the food queues, and we'll talk about that later. But we'll talk about traffic. Apparently, the traffic was like really bad for both sites. We used public transport. We probably booked that train because it was the cheapest one we
Yeah.
could get.
Yeah.
I mean, the one to leave was the last one.
And there was not a single fucking hiccup or issue. And
Yeah.
I think that people are really easy to criticize. I mean, you know, I'll do that all the time, but like,
Yep.
there's a phrase, something like, prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
6Ps,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And that, I think, not for everyone for sure, but a lot of people just assumed, oh, I'm just going to rock up with my car and everything's going to be fine. I've not bought parking.
Yeah.
Well, take the L, unfortunately, and live and learn. I don't think that's on the festival.
No, there were some issues like where people had bought parking in advance and then they got there and it was full. And it was like they were just sent away without any direction.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Like,
But-
so you're telling me that you couldn't just like park like a little bit further out on some street? I know it's not nice for the residents, but just park somewhere.
Yeah, fuck the
Do
residents.
do
man's
do
what I'm
the
saying.
do the hour walk if you have to.
Do you know what I mean?
Get-
Fuck those residents.
And while you're
Always saying fuck
you're
the
walking, try to book an Uber. Like it's just a thing of like, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna like
Use your initiative.
yeah, I'm not gonna.
That's it.
Yeah,
Just use your initiative.
Yeah.
But if there's a problem, just do something about it. Yeah, it's going to be annoying, but it's not going to be impossible.
I mean, when we went to Electric Picnic, that was a fucking
Yeah, it
nightmare,
was.
right? And
Yeah.
yeah, we moaned
Yeah.
about it in the video, but like, it wasn't tweeting about it and like,
well,
No,
what about
"Ah,
electric?
oh, I want the festival needs to release a statement.
Because we got sent around here, there, and everywhere. No one knew where we were going. We were driving around for like 2 hours or something like that, trying to find where to go.
Here's a statement: you're going to a fucking punk rock festival,
Yeah.
and you're upset because you had to sit in car.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not very punk rock, that.
Not very rock and
No.
roll.
Oh, I missed this band. Well, you should have set off a bit earlier.
Yeah,
Just-
you know what?
It's bank holiday weekend as well,
sit in
remember?
car, lovely weather, bang some tunes on, and have a beer, non-alcoholic.
Correct.
Smart.
But it's not all negative.
No, it's not.
The rest of the day was great. So we got there. It was nice, easy walk up.
So hot.
Like we tickets,
Yeah.
piece of piss to get us
Yeah.
wristbands. Had a little chill for 20 minutes before they opened the gates. And that's it. You're in the festival, and the music starts, the drinking starts. Not for me because I was not having any much alcohol this weekend. Just didn't want it.
here's
Grown
no-
man can do what I want.
Here's another thing. If I can just talk about people whinging
Yeah,
as
man,
well.
I love whinging.
So like people are saying like, oh, what are they gonna do about it? Like, oh, are we not entitled to like some form of refund? How the fuck could they possibly facilitate that?
And calculate it.
I missed out on 1/3 at festival. Okay, so how are you going to evidence that?
Yeah.
And
So
how,
you're
do
gonna-
you,
what-
how do you calculate that? Is that prorated? How many bands
Yeah.
did you miss? Okay, that's £16 worth of bands there that
Yeah.
you missed.
It also depends on the bands, like because if
Yeah, the
Yeah.
price of the band.
£10 of that is Offspring, so
Yeah.
It just, it's. I think there is criticism to be given.
Yeah.
Like the thing you said about the parking, when you've already paid for it, like that's out of
You
order.
shouldn't be turned
Yeah,
down.
that's
people
annoying.
just rocking up in the car. You take that L. Like we got an Uber to the second one, which is a car, and I'm not being funny, but like we didn't have a single issue.
No.
We got a car.
It was
right
busy,
to
don't get me
there.
wrong, there was a
It
lot of
busy.
traffic.
We set off like probably an hour later than I'd have wanted to. So it's not as if we set off on really good time.
Yeah,
like
like-
we set off quite late,
Yeah, we did.
and we didn't. Yeah, it took
Here's
a little
an-
while.
here's
in
an
the Uber,
example,
but
just
it wasn't an issue.
Using your head. So last night, I needed to get home. Rach had work early in the morning. Couldn't get an Uber at all. Even tried Amber. It's like, right, okay, so I can't do it here. I was like, hold on. Well, what would I have done before Amber and before Uber?
Walked home.
Well, yeah, I could do that. And
You're not going to tell me
yeah.
what I think you're going to tell me.
What?
You didn't get a bus last night.
No, I just got a black and white.
Oh,
Hackney
Just
Carries.
just
Yeah.
guess what? Guess how much it was?
Same price as Uber always is.
Less expensive than Uber. Uber would have charged 30 quid, and I've paid that before. It was 20 quid.
Yeah,
to
do
get
you know
home.
what? It's the black and whites, the Hackney carriages, as they're called,
Yeah,
are pretty good.
but everyone just goes, "Oh, I can't get an Uber. It's impossible." It's not. Ask like even.
And we didn't.
That
even
being
have
said,
we
we've
didn't have an issue.
paid for an expensive one of them before.
Hackney carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've paid for a few expensive
No,
ones.
yeah. So we paid a £5 to get from the train station to here.
Oh yeah. Any guesses why we did that? Any guesses why Jake wanted us to get?
Because it were raining.
Because it were raining.
No,
Yeah.
but it was no. It was funny.
It was funny. Yeah.
I was going to say because he needed a cack, and when he needs a cack, it just falls out of him.
I kind of need one now.
Well, you're not going. We're doing a podcast.
But
Hold it.
yeah, I think, take a bit of accountability for yourself. Maybe share it with the festival. Maybe half and half accountability.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
Yeah,
seeing
100%.
people who'd set off at the wrong time and didn't plan as well as they could, moaning about stuff. When it's, yeah, I'd still moan about it, but you got to take
You
a bit of
definitely
accountability. And I don't mean everyone. Obviously, there's unique cases.
It's obviously
but-
bearing in mind, like, this was a sellout festival, this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So it's literally gonna be rammed.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rammed.
They've already pre-warned you by saying, this is sold out.
Yeah,
We're
this
at
is-
max
this is
capacity
full.
here. Yeah.
You ever been to a show where it's sold out and you've gone, oh, there's actually loads of
Has
room
it,
here.
has it sold out before? My voice is fucked.
Yes, Ian.
I don't know. I don't think so, no.
It must have.
Maybe it has, but not to...
I can't remember.
It must
Not
have sold
so-
out that when they did it after the pandemic. That September.
Don't know.
I don't know. 'Cause
Maybe it did.
I can't remember the lineup to know if it were good enough.
Broco, wasn't it?
Broco.
It were definitely good enough.
Was that neck deep as well? No, it wasn't neck deep. was
No, it wasn't. No, no. That was the first year that they did it at Temple.
So anyway, we got there, and yeah, the weather was banging.
God,
It were, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
As you might
too
be able
hot.
to tell by some of our faces, they're slightly a little
Yes.
bit red.
If you look at Raz's forehead as well, it does look like the Elephant Man.
It is a little
Yes,
bit.
swelling.
I'm in genuine pain.
Yeah,
It
it
is
does
pretty-
look like...
Can we give it a prop?
It is a bit swollen.
Yeah,
actually.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
it's,
Yeah.
yeah. As you can tell, like, I obviously don't usually wear my hair like this. I don't know if you've ever fucking seen me before, but I would never in a million years have my hair like
Gee,
this.
thanks. Just bought it.
But you know what? It's our own fault. We knew it was going to be nice, and we didn't
Yeah.
put any
I'm
sun-
good.
Oh,
I'm
and
ready
by the
for
way,
it, man.
once again, Slam Dunk literally put out a tweet saying, like, make sure you wear sun cream.
Yep.
So they were even trying to prevent me from looking like this, but I didn't listen. Again, it's my fault. I
Yeah, it's
accept.
a shame they didn't put out one saying like don't wear shitty oversized t-shirts as well.
Oh,
sure.
ooh, what shirt?
with a big V-neck.
I think it might be
a
right.
V-neck.
Big V-neck.
What shirt shall I wear today? Ooh, the golf.
Love sports, mate. Love sports.
Love sports.
Mark won that, innit?
It sure is, mate.
Yeah.
What I love sports.
Connoisseur. It's where it's like pissing on whoever it is you're into.
I think that's water sports, mate.
Yeah, we call it love sports in the industry.
Anyway, weather were glorious, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
not,
was
not even
stunning.
not even that warm. It was like 20 degrees tops, and it was just lovely.
Yeah.
Really nice day.
Coming off last year.
Coming.
I know. That's a little weird. Coming off last year, we got kind of, obviously we've spoke about last year. There's what went down on last year. We really want to like rectify that and have as good of a weekend as we possibly could, and I think we did that with this.
Absolutely.
Because within the first, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes of us being there, we'd got a drink and we're off to go see the first band.
Yeah.
And we didn't actually know who the band was, but we wanted to make the effort of like
Harriet, wasn't it?
something like that.
Harriet.
We just wanted to see like as much stuff as we could.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
it was
And,
great.
I couldn't really
I think we fully
understand
fulfilled
anything
that.
they were playing.
No, I could. It's certainly not for me. I know
That was
Yeah.
one of my issues with the festival was that Knotfest tent. It was the levels.
This is at South.
At South.
The sound
Yeah.
wasn't great.
The sound was
but,
awful
But
in there.
again,
This tent
it's a festival.
is not
The sound is not going to be incredible. It's probably one engineer doing a lot of it.
So apparently,
was
actually,
elite.
I read a couple of comments saying there was some sound issues, and they'd seen like sound engineers actually arguing with like certain members of like bands.
Right.
Probably Ollie Appleyard.
throughout the weekend. Yeah, so they had a kind of big issue.
Yeah, they had a fuck up. At
So
that.
that's
Someone
one
went wrong.
thing about the sound.
Go on. What
I
happened?
experienced the loudest gig I've ever
my
experienced.
God, it was
Static
honestly,
Dress. My ears were ringing for a good couple of hours after that. It was so loud.
Everything
Yeah.
was just muffled afterwards. It
You
was
sure
like,
that wasn't just because you had Dan fucking screaming next to you?
I mean, that would have been a factor to it as well.
listen, my screaming's great.
Coming soon.
I'll wait for you. But yeah,
Whether you like it or
Whether
not.
you like it or not,
there was certainly on the main
He said
stage.
that before.
Careful,
great.
careful. Thin ice here.
Certainly on the main stage and the Knotfest stage, the sound wasn't particularly good. But again, you are right. You are at a festival, so you kind of got to expect that. To
No,
some
but
extent.
that was quite particularly bad.
Yeah,
that
it was
one.
just
Knotfest
it was
tent
mainly the
at
vocals.
South.
To be honest with you, you just struggled to hear the vocals.
Yeah. But it's the same on the Amazon one as well. So when
Yeah,
we saw
that's
Trash Boat, you could barely hear him singing, like over the band.
I think it's all just a state of mind thing. Like if you're
No,
positive,
it's my ears.
if you're also just a bit more positive, then you're like just it is what it is. Like
I'm positive as fuck, but I still couldn't hear him singing.
I personally didn't. I experienced any of those issues, but I didn't know many of those bands either. So maybe
Yeah.
if
You
I
weren't. You
knew
didn't,
them,
you didn't have the ear for it.
yeah. When we first got to site,
That sounded like a diss. It wasn't meant to be a diss.
No, it is a disc because
you
he
wouldn't
didn't have the
you
ear
wouldn't
for it.
diss me on my birthday, mate.
Not with a nose like that.
See, so when we first got to site, it's obviously first festival of the year, and it's time for us to start like meeting fans again,
yeah.
which I love.
Yeah.
And I've tried to give people a bit more time than I usually do, because normally we're rushed about. So when I'm not rushed,
Yeah, we're there to do a job, right? We got
Yeah.
to bounce around.
when I'm not rushed, I've been trying to give people just a bit more time and just have a bit more of a chat with them. And I think we all did that this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was great, man. People are so nice. I met so many lovely people. As soon as we got to South, like lovely people just coming over to say hello. So thanks, we love you.
Yeah.
But the first 10 people, all of them whipped out Android phone, right?
That one mad.
So obviously we have a bit of banter with them, and we're like, "What is that, an Android phone?" We take the piss, and they get it. But what the guy didn't expect is when the first guy whipped out the iPhone,
Just got a big old shit.
five man's just going, "Way iPhone!" And he must have thought, "What the fuck are they on about?"
And it was an SE as well, so it wasn't even.
It wasn't,
like,
even,
pretty
it wasn't
old.
even a good one. It was a. Then after that, there was a guy with a lovely red, must have been a 13, I think, in a clear
How
case.
could you see it?
It was great.
Big Red 13.
Oh, my favourites, man. My favourite.
You couldn't miss it.
He just kept putting it in my face.
I like Air Max, and red's a good colour for shoes.
What?
one for the sneakerheads out there. Come on, mate. Look at me. Can you not see I'm in pain already?
Yeah, big brain, innit? It should be
So,
better.
what artist did we see over the weekend? It was
Harriet.
Obviously, Trash Boat.
Correct us in the comments.
There was
There was another act as well.
That woman
person with the green hair.
the gimp mask.
Yeah.
So it was it was this person, and it was very like edgy.
Yeah.
Performance.
We thought it was
Zand.
We thought it was
That's it,
Cassie.
yeah, it was Zand.
Yeah, they were called Zand,
Yeah.
and we've got a clip where someone's like, "Cassiette is on way too early," and
I think that's me.
and
Yeah,
it's
it will
not Cassiette, but they were interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, not for me.
I,
but they had a
They didn't
person in a gimp mask.
But they just look so unimpressed. Like they just like they couldn't be asked.
But that's the cool look though, isn't it?
that
It's
is,
the
Nah.
I don't
Your
I don't
fans are
care,
there
I
to
don't give a
see
shit.
you.
I think when you're that low down, you can't be like, I don't care. Like, because you need to care.
No, but that's how people relate to that type of thing, innit? I didn't want to start it as this. I don't have anything bad to say. Aside from, it was weird seeing the gimped up person just like, so they didn't have a guitarist, they didn't have a bassist, they had a singer and a drummer, which was kind of cool setup. Like Bob Vylan. Like Bob Vylan. And it's always weird that to me, because guitar is easiest to find. Like everyone I know plays guitar. Fucking 3/4 of this table play guitar. Do you know
So
what
that's
I mean?
not everyone you know.
Everyone that I care about at the very least. And
Jake plays guitar.
you call that guitar. Shit. But yeah, so they didn't have the guitarist or the bassist, but they had the person in the gimp suit wriggling around on stage. So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, but they're quite hard to find.
Don't know.
Yeah, they're short.
1/4 of the tables does that.
Definitely hard to find.
That?
So that's the other band that we see.
So the one thing I do take from them was we were coming from seeing someone else, and they were getting interviewed at the Notfest interview
Oh yeah, like a little
stage
podcast
thing.
stage.
Yeah, they had a little podcast stage.
Nod.
And all I heard was them saying, "I love to masturbate." And it was just like,
do you know what?
No, but it was like in front of like 3 people and like the person doing the interview, and it was just like,
what a crowd.
it was like, what?
No, but that's the edge in it. It's
Ooh,
like
hot take. I love
today,
But no, what I'm saying is I was just walking past and that's all I heard. And
I was gonna have a wank when I woke up today on my birthday, and I was like, no, do you know what? I'm gonna save it till after the podcast, because I can take my time, light some candles or whatever.
Just do it on
I thought you
podcast.
were going to do it last night.
Jesus, is this what this podcast?
I thought you were going to do
is?
it last night.
What do you mean?
It seems that way.
Did something not stop you?
Yeah.
Did something not stop you from
You're going to have a
doing
little
something
hand
last night?
shandy last night, and a certain long-necked man just crept in.
No,
and-
that's not why he stopped.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, why did Chris sleep in my bed with me last night?
Because he didn't want to sleep in here.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to do it.
So I set in the bed up for no fucking reason.
You
No, it
didn't
was
want to do it
used.
solo?
What was stopping me having a wank last
Yeah,
night?
Jake, what
I
was
didn't want
stopping?
one to
'Cause I ain't got a
begin
clue
with
now.
last night.
Star Wars?
No, that was today.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
What?
I thought you were going to leave it on a cliffhanger.
So anyway, my point
Pop
is,
these live
I
on
get it,
TikTok.
because it's
Cummins great.
it's not just something to just rush and get done. I'm a big fan of having a nice wank, and I think that I get that. So big ups and
What went down, eh?
Just so we all know, Arctic Monkeys are playing Bristol tonight.
yes, they are.
He's supposed to be there.
I'm supposed to be going,
Oh, yeah, what time are you going?
but no one wanted to go. Nobody accepted the calendar invite.
Nobody's got any money.
And thankfully, I don't care.
So, we saw Trash Boat. We
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
Holding Absence.
Oh, fucking amazing.
Saw Static Dress.
God, I like
fucking
holding
incredible.
absence.
Saw Escape the Fate. Spanish Love Songs. Boston Manor. This was probably the most acts we've ever seen at a Slam Dunk.
And
And they were almost back to back as well.
so
So
it was like when we were young, wasn't it?
yeah.
It was great.
I don't know.
There was like a good
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 hours of like just bang, 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 bang.
Yeah. It was
Like I had to
brilliant.
run to the toilets after holding absence just to make it back to Static Dress.
And you know-
but
Yeah.
luckily they're on 10 minutes late because they had some issues.
It's great because I think that's been a big consensus with everyone. Like everyone said, like it's been a great lineup this year because there has been something for everyone.
It really has.
Yeah, if you like alternative guitar music, there's something for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about Kids in Glass Houses.
There's no hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't-
great reunion.
I don't know how many people
Shikari.
know Kids in Glass Houses are, but they were not a big band.
No.
But they were a band, maybe 10. Well, they split up in 2014.
They released the album 15 years
Yeah,
ago.
but that's their album, the one that came out 15
Yeah.
years ago. So they're
Smart
back.
Casual.
It's called Smart Casual, and they're beloved in the scene. They never really broke through. Well, I mean, they were successful for sure.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
But they never made it to like a Yumi at 6 level.
No.
Or kind of, They were kind of the band that would probably like support a Yumi at 6. Back
They,
then.
I was looking at some previous tours that they did, and I mean they did some good tours. They did a tour where they were headlining the Academy and Barrowlands.
They were a successful band, but not a big band. So that's why I'm just kind of clarifying because people might not have heard of them. But that album, that Smart Casual, is fucking awesome.
It was tonally brilliant. Like if you like the sound
The
of
production.
it, oh god! And this was
Those Paramore-esque drums where they
yeah.
just
and
sound so perfect.
what was 10 plus years ago? Of course,
15 years ago.
And it's just so nice. It sounds
one of the
beautiful.
nicest sound, and the guitar tone across it is beautiful. Anyway,
it's almost so they're remastering it as well.
yeah,
they're
they are. I'm going to order the
it.
vinyl.
Yeah,
You
I
know.
was looking at that.
We should get on the pod.
I've heard a bit of it, and you know, obviously everyone's a critic, but I don't think I'm going to be a fan of it because I'm just such a fan of everything to do with how that first album sounded.
My copy of that first album, digital copy, is from like when it was current, and it's a really bad rip, like low bit rate rip.
Yeah.
So all mine sounds like shit. So I'm excited to hear it. But it was
soon
great.
that'll be the new vinyl. That like low bit. Like I got this from Bearshare, and it's got like a.
Show me the metadata that tracks where it's come from.
It's got like the what do you call it? Like the radio watermark thing on it, where it's like radio one.
The audio.
Yeah.
I recorded this on a little cassette.
Dictaphone.
It's mad because I used to have when I used to have an N-Gage, I used to have the facility to record things off the FM radio. So
Just piracy, innit?
So yeah, literally. And obviously like, they stopped putting that feature into phones. But there's still certain songs where I can hear like the radio, like DJs speaking over
absolutely.
because I just play it over and over again whilst I used to watch school.
My version of Kick Push by Lupe Fiasco has like the style goes hiphopgame.com, the #1 hip hop website, and then when I hear it without that, I'm like,
yeah.
Anyway,
That's what it sounds like.
Back to the festival.
So they were good.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed them. We had a bit of a power hour with them and Escape the Fate back to back. Kids in Glass Houses was sick.
I tell you what, the sun during Kids in Glass Houses was atrocious.
Yeah,
it was like
that's
it was
the single cause of my forehead right now.
Because we were just in the wrong position.
Yeah. Notice how it's only on the left side, and it was setting on left.
It was low enough so that when you're looking at the stage, it's just in your face.
Yeah,
and it's it was later in the day, so it's more intense and
the
it's just
afternoon. Like early evening sun is the worst.
Yeah, proper melted me.
I had my shades on, so it wasn't too bad. But I know that
that protects you, does it?
No, from the sun in general, it didn't really affect me. But I know you were struggling because it was right behind the stage, wasn't it?
Ooh, yeah.
Couldn't see it all. Like I had to watch the bouncing balls go on.
Typical.
There was some
Thank
beach
you.
balls bouncing. Typical, yeah, like man's balls. So the beach balls were like bouncing on the crowd and stuff, and we got one and popped it, and someone either wasn't happy about it or told us not to do it, and we did it.
Yeah, but
Not to do what?
Not to pop the ball.
Oh.
Did you bring the ball?
Just always remember, every time you're gonna do something like that, like have a little more, grow up.
Yeah. Someone's never gonna
just
like
grow
it.
up.
Guess what? Okay.
Very, very well said.
Imagine they'd be like, "Oh, you're damaging someone's property by ripping that up."
But they've literally thrown that property away.
There might be
They're not going to be like, right, okay, guys, bring on the balls
But I
back.
can see-
Come on, bring them in.
I can see a world where somebody like, would
taxing
do
them.
that.
Or they're on like a really long string, and then at the end, you just kind of rein them back in.
That'd be so shit.
So it was a great reunion. They sounded brilliant. They didn't. I was hoping they'd just play that album in full.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
You got to wait for the tour
But
for
they
that.
are touring.
Yeah,
And
October.
so I'm looking
Annoyingly,
forward
we've got to
that.
go over to Manchester for that.
Annoyingly, it's fucking an hour away.
And up to Glasgow, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'm going to go to Glasgow.
That's
Yeah,
more
okay.
annoying. It's further.
Thanks, Ryan.
Don't go
Yeah,
that
cheers,
one.
Ryan.
No, it's first night at tour
Yeah.
in
Don't say it all.
SWG3.
Guess I've gotta go
venue.
then.
Well, I've only been there for-
What venue?
It's where we went to Bongo's Bingo the other day.
I didn't go.
Oh, is it there?
Oh, it's me and you, though.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
a venue in Glasgow.
Yeah, it's an interesting
It's a
one.
venue.
SWG3, it's called. People call it like Swedge.
Wouldn't it be Swudge?
Yeah, something like that. And then we had Escape the Fate, and we went hard as fuck to the
Yeah.
Escape the Fate songs that we know.
I
I don't want to
watched
just
one
keep
song.
talking all me. So
Well,
I'm
shut
gonna
up
just
then.
Shut up for a sec. So I'm conscious I'm doing all the
I
talking.
wasn't quite as prepared for Escape the Fate, so I didn't watch them. But they did sound pretty good, and it was
They
nice.
sounded great.
It was nice seeing Raz and Rob having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a band that I grew up not listening to, but knowing about.
Yeah.
And it's like I appreciate they're great at what they do. But it's just not for me. So
Bit too heavy in it for you.
says you.
It
You
was-
couldn't even handle Static Dress at the loudest.
I wasn't there.
Exactly.
It was Escape the Fate was like really like sort of like Avenged, but like a bit more entry level Avenged. Like it was like sort of skating between
A lot more like high pitched.
They were
the punk to like what's the word?
Pop.
Metalcore, like standing somewhere between. There,
Everyone
I
knows
guess.
who Escape the Fate is.
Yeah,
My mum does.
but they were really big in the scene. I hate the word the scene. But they were quite big at the
Say the
time. Like
industry.
when we were
State
like
of the
17.
Scene podcast. Today we're talking about Escape the Fate and loads of other shite.
I hate there's certain words I hate, like the scene, emo, and stuff like that. Oh, shit.
Emo's fine when it's used correctly.
Yeah.
But it's just never used correctly.
I think it's been very.
We need to take it back.
It's overused now. Like, I think.
Yeah, it's
I've
like
got real
anyone who
problems
wears
with-
like anything alternative. Ooh, I'm an emo.
Like
Yeah.
I literally see like self-proclaimed emos on Instagram. These emo
Instagrammers.
Instagrammers.
People.
They're driving like Fiats and shit.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Yeah.
emo's got to drive too.
no,
Yeah.
but like they're just it's appropriating the culture that we got bullied for.
Yeah,
Well, we didn't get bullied.
absolutely.
But
I didn't because I want an emo.
I
was
used
a
to bully.
mosher.
I used to bully moshers in year 8. and
Did you bully anyone?
I more orchestrated it. I was like the
The
ringleader.
puppet master.
He
The puppet
manipulated.
master.
I'd say at Kirky, like, go and punch him. He's listening to AC/DC, so Kirky go and punch him, get an inclusion,
And then shout Xbox
and I
in his
laughed,
face.
laughed and walked away. And then-
James
Yeah.
Hetfield
And
goes
then-
to
Xbox
Liam.
in his face.
Then he'd go home and play Guitar Hero by himself, afraid to tell
Have
anyone.
I told
that
you
he
about the Linkin Park? Have I told these about the Linkin Park story?
I don't know.
It's not very interesting.
I'm glad I didn't hear it.
I grew up listening to a lot of rock music, and then when I got into like early high school, you just didn't listen to rock music, so I stopped listening to rock music. So I
Hip-hop,
listened
wasn't
to
it?
Rap.
Yeah, because it was.
And DJ Cammy.
And then this was in primary school, so it was put that story back about 4 years. And and anyway, I got bought a
Y'all
copy
sounded
of
like a cat.
Meteora for Christmas.
Oh,
And
from Domino's.
I was like, oh, yep.
But it said parental advisory on it.
And I was like,
Were they advised?
Oh, thanks. And I listened to it and I loved it. And I used to listen to it
Well,
in
it's best of both
secret.
worlds, isn't it? Metal and rap.
Secret, mate, because I was ashamed that I was liking a mosher band. Anyway, yeah, stop driving Fiats.
What would you prefer a self-proclaimed like emo to drive?
I think they should walk if they're self-proclaimed. At least 500 miles.
What's an emo gonna drive? Like
Mini.
like a Civic
Yeah, an old Civic.
or like a Yaris, like a shitty clapped out Yaris, like Chuck.
Or a Nissan Sunny.
Oh yeah, Sunny's too cool now.
No,
Aren't they?
Oh no,
it's a bit-
Nissan
no.
Sunny's a cool car now.
It'd just be a Vauxhall car. Oh, no, it wouldn't be a car.
No,
you're
that's
right, no.
that's like literally chavvy.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I think like
I was
the-
thinking of
In fact, they shouldn't
Good
drive.
point.
They should be still on back of a bus with the headphones on, wire still going down.
yeah.
like me.
or
Like,
blaring it out, just like
And they couldn't pass the test because they were misunderstood by the person
Instructor.
who was
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they were. It wasn't their fault that they failed it
No.
either.
Yeah,
Like,
because they had problems
do you
going
know what?
on.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't my fault. It rolled back. That's what they'd say. They'd say, "Oh, I didn't pass. No, I only got like a few minors." But then this other car.
Of course, they said that.
This other. I mean, they're emo fans. Are surrounded by minors, but this other car kept cut in front.
Yeah, you know that ain't what he meant, but it is really clever when you when you think about it. I'm not letting you have that, but
No, that's
also
what I
really
meant.
clever.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
smart
sure.
as fuck.
are you dissing him?
Nah, I'm just
I'm
being
not.
hilarious
I'm not
anyway.
even.
Who you
I'll-
an emo?
I'm not
just-
even an emo.
I'm just having a nice birthday.
and the
Razzie,
day.
I saw your hair in high school.
No, but
You
that's-
are
so
full
that-
on
so that's the
fucking-
thing.
You had
I
snake
had-
bites.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't.
Still on his driver's license.
Yeah, I don't go around going, "Ooh, I'm an elder emo now."
Anyone that
No.
says elder emo, just be quiet, please.
You've just said it.
Like
talk.
you're just like that. Like you just say that you like music and
Listen, we're
that
human
kind-
beings. We like to
You-
label
you like
ourselves.
MC,
Get
I
over
guess.
it.
And you know, yeah, just say what you want. It don't
Yeah,
matter.
do what you want. Don't listen to these two knobheads.
we're just being funny.
When
Don't
are you gonna
take us
start?
too seriously. Don't
Yeah.
take us too seriously.
I just read too much.
All right,
Like
anyway.
the emo wording and things.
How did all that
enough
start?
of it because you
Oh,
two.
escape the fate.
Yeah. Back to the festival, please.
I've got some more talking to do,
Oh, there's a surprise.
if that's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, go on.
It is a podcast. If you're watching,
It'd be really bad
Let's-
if
if
let's
you're
talk-
watching
let's
on
talk more-
mute, I'm talking. I want
Let's
to
talk more
about.
about South first.
Well, we are still talking about South.
Okay.
Okay, because
I
I
don't
know
have-
I know what he's going to
I
segue
don't-
to, and
I
let's
don't
save
have- I
that.
don't have anything to say yet. No.
Oh, are we going to jump butt in? And
Yeah,
like,
do you know
just
what?
jump
Roswell's
the fucking
right.
I
queue
know
of
what he's
the
going
day?
to go on about, but let's save that for in like 10 minutes time when we get a bit bored of repeating ourselves.
Do you know what
eh?
was really good about South?
What?
The festival.
That
Yeah.
burger.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
But that right, so there was a lovely burger van in the guest area, but the guest area this year had fuck all in it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
last year
It
was
was so
yeah,
shit.
it was good because it meant we spent less time in there.
Yeah,
I know, but-
that's always our downfall. Sitting
Yeah.
in the guest area doing fucking note, and that was the
So-
big
so-
problem last year.
so-
So good.
So I don't care about the guest area.
Nope.
And also I don't care about anything always all the time. But I feel as though like if you paid to get guest, which you can do right for this
Yeah, yeah.
festival,
Pay for VIP, yeah.
I think if you paid a bit more, you're gonna want a better
Yeah, definitely.
like at least like 2 or 3 options
Yeah,
in the,
something
in the
that the
guest
normal
area
punters
for
can't
food.
get.
And there was just like one place to get food.
Yeah.
Well, there was 2.
One was
Was
vegan
there?
though, so it don't count.
That's
That's
out.
true.
yeah, they definitely don't count.
Yeah, but there was one bar, one cocktail place, a vegan food, and a
normal
burger.
food.
And that was
Yeah.
it. Like, and I get what you're saying. Like, we don't want to spend all this time in guests.
Like, yeah, that's
But
the
the only
point.
reason
I don't care about guests,
the
but
only-
if
if
you
you're gonna
paid
pay.
for it,
Yeah, but the only reason we normally spend so much time in guests is because the lineup isn't to our liking. This year, we spent very little time in guests because the lineup was great and we were constantly out watching bands.
I don't want to do shit that the general public can't do. I want to be united with my fellow man,
I bet
general,
you do.
and woman.
I know, but if you are the general...
especially woman.
But the general public can
know the
buy those
one.
tickets, like Razzie said. So if you're buying it to get that little bit extra, to be away from the normal punters, so you can have that little bit of a nicer escape.
But then your reward is like you get to sit with the cool kids.
But you don't, because none of them...
And
fucking
also,
go-
but you don't
we had,
because we-
and also we had like the best fucking burger we've had at festival
yeah.
ever. Like it was fine.
But
But
none
you don't
of the
get
cool
rewarded
kids...
to sit next to cool kids because we weren't there this year.
Yeah, exactly.
We
None of the
went
cool kids
straight
were in there because there
outside.
was fuck all in guests for them to do.
I'll tell you about a cool kid that we met. It's called. Oh fucking hell!
That's a weird name.
Yeah.
Is he...
Do you
Where's
know
he
what?
from?
Pass.
Great.
Keep talking.
Always good catching up with a brother.
What was the highlight of South? Because we didn't stay for the headliner because we had to leave because we had to get a
Escape
train
the
at
fate.
7.
To be
For
fair,
me,
it's just the overall vibes. I think it was just good vibes all around. The weather was great. We were all
Yeah.
like in good on a good. Oh fuck!
In good on a
we
good...
were on a good level.
We're all on a good level.
Good.
I was sober.
It was just great. It was just
The
fun.
TPD viewers were lovely.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah.
just boosted the day every
think-
time. And also that's where we got sun cream from.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Lovely
Huh?
Jake. he
Yeah,
was
big
called.
up Jake and
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
what was his girlfriend called? But she was lovely and she was a flight attendant.
For beer.
Yeah.
And like God, 5 of us crowded round her. What's it like being a flight attendant? Oh, that's so cool. Where you going next?
Yeah.
What did you go on the plane for free?
Yeah, we sleep on bunks.
God.
Oh yeah, I love that.
I think the highlight of my day was bumping into an old friend.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lad who I used to knock around with when I was like 15, 16 years old when I moved to High Wycombe. And we were best mates. Like, we knocked around every single day with everyone else, Josh, Jack and Leah. And like,
Sorry.
why are you looking?
He was tapping on the fucking table.
Yeah, you shake the cameras, dickhead.
Sorry.
Why are you looking at me?
Course.
Sorry. I've got a real
You dickhead as well. But yeah, like I haven't seen him since I was 16.
pointing at me as well. You dickhead as well.
You were
Got the
19
finger.
minutes late.
Got the finger.
Yeah, I hadn't seen him since I was 16, and it was like just a completely out of the blue moment. And it's for me with my mates, like it doesn't matter how long it's been since I've seen him or spoke to him or anything like that. Once I see him again, it's like there's been no time in between.
That's because your personality hasn't developed past
Yeah,
the
that's
age where you were.
Very true.
Yeah.
Idiota.
No, that's not at all.
For our Spanish
Boring.
viewers.
Everyone else has spoken, you haven't spoke back. So unfortunately, on this occasion, you do.
Yeah,
this.
but look at you lot. You're fucking
Yeah, look at us,
absolute
yeah, exactly,
social
yeah.
Inuits. You ain't got a clue
He's on
what
his
to
Are
do.
you
phone.
kidding?
He's
I
literally
know,
on his
he's
phone.
on
He's on
TikTok.
TikTok on his phone. What, you're an addict,
I
bro.
can explain.
Wow. You get it back at the
I
end.
can explain this.
Good job. I've
We're
got
going to
sweaty
put it in a
hands.
box.
I can explain this.
Go on then. It
Go
better
on.
be good.
I was looking for the video that Crash Records posted of you,
Oh right, yeah.
and it took me to a TikTok.
Right.
Oh, that old chestnut.
Look,
Yeah.
Look, look,
Look,
now
if
tell him.
Don't
So at Slam Dunk, they have a Crash Records
a
tent.
place where you can buy some vinyl.
Which
who
is
the fuck's buying a vinyl
Well,
at a festival
it's-
and carrying
it's-
it around with them for the rest of
apparently
the
a
day?
lot of people.
yeah, it's difficult because it is cool, and I suppose because you're already in that mood, it's a holiday
That
kind of-
mood.
No, but no,
What mood?
You're surrounded by music.
Oh, I'm
you
in the
know.
mood to carry around a disc of shellac.
No, because I suppose think of it as like a novelty though.
Well,
like
they haven't been made of shellac for years.
you wouldn't expect to see it there.
Oh, I
so
know, I just missed
by
Shut up,
He's
seeing
talking.
it, So by seeing it, you're like, oh, that's cool. Like, don't usually see that there. I'll get some in. I don't know. It kind of makes sense in my head. But yeah, so that was there. And I mean, I wouldn't carry around a vinyl all day.
So yes,
especially at a festival like Slam Dunk where you always going into pits and shit.
But the thing is, you would carry a vinyl around after a night out.
No, I wouldn't. I'd pay to put it in the lockers. So it's safe and doesn't get broken.
I'm pretty sure you could pick it up later.
Yeah, you probably could. Yeah,
what if you had after party?
I'll tell you what was cool about that one. They had like stock that's obviously from like album releases that they hadn't sold through. So there was like signed Yumi at 6 and signed
Architects as well.
Architects and Bring Me the Horizon records that they obviously stocked up on.
Yeah.
Signed by them.
Just
signed by the Crash Records team.
It's signed technically.
Hey, we've still got those. Signed. Let's give those out a download. Right, here we go. We've got 4 copies of Post-Survive Human Survival Horror.
I think I've got 2 as well.
They're signed by us. Mm-hmm. So if I'll get one now and show you.
Have I signed it?
Find out.
Well, you can do if you want. Yeah. But yeah, so we've got these CDs that we got for some pre-order, no doubt, for some tickets, and we've said
All Points East.
Yeah, that was it. No, it wasn't. It was their intimate tour where we went to Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it?
And is it a thing where you could only buy tickets if you signed it?
Yeah, and do you know what's great about this? We've signed the cellophane wrapper, so if you actually want to listen to it, the signature becomes nullified.
Why did we sign it?
Why is that so sticky?
I didn't notice that. I thought it was.
What have you been doing with that pen?
I thought it was sticky.
Oh god,
I think there's some Disaronno.
I feel like Just Stop Oil, like big glued to pen.
So if you want a good album signed by some good unrelated lads, then Danny White's going to be kind of around with them at download.
2.
Yeah,
I'm fucking not.
There's 2 signed by me.
Where were we? I've lost where we were now.
Crash Records. It was cool. That was the thing that was there.
I'm going to get Razza tissue.
That was a thing that was there.
It was, and there was a... So to be fair, right, so here's maybe something worth mentioning. Mary was looking for some sunglasses because she was an absolute fucking idiot and forgot her sunglasses.
You're joking.
And there was nowhere for her to buy any.
Yeah, there was. I quite like that
one.
though, because usually when you go to a festival and they've got all those places that sell sunglasses and hats and shit clothes,
straight to landfill.
Exactly, it's absolute bollocks. Like
no
one needs it. If you want sunglasses, fucking take some with you.
Yeah.
If you don't take some with you, put up with it.
True.
That's the end of my story.
So there wasn't
the end of my say.
There wasn't many like stalls like that. So there was a Crash Record one. There was one
just the one record.
Yeah,
Crash Record. Right, we've sold out, guys.
There was the sock shop,
American Socks,
and was there one more?
Merch.
There was a few.
There was the
Dickies.
I think that was the sock place, wasn't it? No, it wasn't.
What about the place where you got shit?
Yeah, so there was the Dickies thing where apparently they were giving out some like free t-shirts and tote bags and something like that.
Yeah.
And also you could like get some like Dickies stuff as well. And then there was the Kerrang tent where you could buy like Kerrang merch, which
they're like, please.
Which maybe someone bought some Kerrang merch.
Poland's never going to wear that hoodie again.
Absolutely.
No, not at all.
Well, we'll get onto that when we go to North.
Yeah.
Anyway,
definitely.
low light of South was definitely the ride home, right?
Oh god, yeah.
That was so long. We had to leave at like 7.
Yeah,
or
so
something like that.
No,
just to clarify, that's got nothing to do with the festival. That's purely
that was us.
But the crisps were great.
The crisps were good.
So the little shop inside the train station.
Yeah, so the shop opposite the
really
site.
good selection.
Yeah.
Of everything. Like
it was one of those shops where it sells a lot of like co-op shit, even though it's not a co-op. But they had loads of like
some after sun in there.
Yeah, that'd have been a smart idea.
But yeah, it took us a while to get home. It took like 4 hours to get home.
There was some like long stopovers, like in
So we had to
or
stop off
Stevenage?
in Stevenage and then Peterborough as well.
It was like 45 minutes stopover in Stevenage. Fuck all to do there.
It was rough. But hey, we did it and we came home and it was good because we'd kind of got our hungover on the train.
We got our hungover.
Got our hungover on the train. Crash Record, just the one.
I'm not usually like a big snorer, but somehow I just managed to snore.
Yeah, you two were snoring on the train.
I snored myself awake.
Literally, just like it wasn't making a single noise, and then all of a sudden just went. And just sat there like bewildered for a second, like what the?
Are we moving?
What? That train though, that was the last train we could have got home.
Yeah, otherwise we'd have had to get home at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that'd have been.
And the
awful.
good thing is, at least we were somewhat well rested for the day ahead.
Yeah, we had at least 6 hours sleep.
And it doesn't really matter about missing the headliners when you're doing both because you'll just see them the next day.
I mean, we did. We had like a good. We got in at 1:30.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to be up till 10:30.
No.
So that's a good lie in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Still
but
get, like,
my body clock's
they
set
go
to a certain
7,
time,
8
so
hours.
like, just woke up anyway without my alarm. Well annoying.
The curtains in my room are shite.
Better than mine.
You know what? You know what? Late
Better than in
night.
here.
You know what? Late night
Yeah, but we
trains.
pay rent.
Yeah, good point.
You know what? Late night trains need to start doing because everyone's pissed on them. Let's face facts, right? So you've had a few too many drinks.
Orgies.
No,
What?
a bit like that.
What weird.
Kebabs
Oh yeah.
on kebab train like a shawarma.
Turkey dinosaurs.
Do you know what was a very strange thing on one of our trains?
You.
A bloke
Yeah.
just sparked up a fag.
Yeah.
Like just whipped
I think
it
they call
out,
them cigarette
and he was
sticks.
just smoking away like he didn't have a care in the world.
Too easy.
yeah.
Great. Yeah.
I'm too scared to.
Thank you. So,
Yeah, that
so
was
you
mad.
should be.
That was mad, wasn't it?
I'll beat you up.
And just no fucks given.
Like there was kids there, and he's just.
Yeah, and that was kind of like my only issue. Like I don't care if you.
Oh,
do
I
it.
had a weird old man staring at me as well.
Yeah, you did.
He'd look at me, and I'd catch him, and I'd look at him and be like,
I thought
I'd give him
you'd
a
get
weird,
that a lot.
I'd give him a weird look as if to say, right, I've seen you looking at me. I'd turn away, look at him like
he's
a
still
second later, and he's still just staring.
Was he the Coventry fan?
I don't know. He's wearing a
Yeah,
blue-
he was.
Was it the
blue
same
shirt.
guy from Amsterdam who was staring at Mary?
Oh, I don't remember that.
But no, I had to like say shit loud, like this bloke's staring at me,
Yeah,
just so he'd hear me and he'd fuck off. But it was dead weird that like it was like proper eye contact, staring, not looking away, like dead creepy.
And it was even
Really
worse
weirded me
than
out.
when he stood up and he got his cane out and like tapped along the floor to get out.
Yeah. So then
If
obviously,
this fucker doesn't stop staring at me, I'm gonna knock him out.
so then obviously gets up with his cane walking away. So I just deck him. Like, yeah, you're not getting up from that. Are you?
Oh, ableist.
Wow.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
So then we went to bed.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
Great story.
The headline act.
Bed. And then we woke up for.
Our own bed, by the way. Fucking brilliant.
My legs were already aching though. Like
Yeah.
I woke
Yeah.
up with achy legs.
Yeah, that was the thing. I
was
woke
a
up the
tough
next morning. I plonked my feet down on the ground. I thought, oh no.
You are.
Yeah.
You are a plonker.
Great.
Been wearing my boots all day yesterday.
We got in and
Shit.
put some after sun on. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't tell. Like we're a little bit cooked.
nice.
Very-
And
very
then
spicy.
On to North.
So north, we got a taxi up instead.
Biggest
of
squad in
I
North.
just-
Yeah,
bigger
we had
squad.
Mary-
Chris and
oh, no.
Shocky
Mary.
joining
Mary.
us.
No, Mary was already with us, wasn't she?
And Chris's train. Chris is one of these where he's got a car.
Yeah.
He's
Chalk's got a
passed
car.
his test. Just
Been
done
driving for years.
I appreciate
Fully
that,
confident
though. Like,
on the
where's he gonna,
roads.
Where's he going to park around here? Like, it's
On the
expensive
street?
for him to park here. It's expensive.
I bet it's the same or cheaper than the train.
Yeah, probably cheaper because it's £18.
But then you got
at that
fuel
one.
as well.
In
True.
that shitty little Astra, mate, that ain't eating up much fuel.
No, it's got USB.
That's not a very emo car either.
What, an Astra?
That's a corporate like office. Like,
It's
I don't
like
know
we
what the
need the
term I'm giving.
cheapest company car, but
That's
not
a company car.
We don't want to go for the Insignia, but we can't give the staff a Corsa. Let's go for the Astra.
Yeah.
What's like a real...
Sorry, Sam. I know you've got the Astra, but it seems to
we
give you a
both
lot.
got an Astra booted.
It seems to give
What's
him a
like
lot
a
of trouble.
low-level corporate car? Like one that they'll just like dish out to people, like a entry-level Audi or something.
A Polo.
Mondeo.
Like base model A3.
That might be an
Yeah.
emo car because it's like they've sold out to the corporate life a little bit just to get like the company car, but they're there like blasting like pop punk tunes.
Yeah.
and,
I
like,
like the shit. The
maybe it's
low-end
not my
stereo.
weekend. They're
Crackly
like,
as fuck.
yeah,
Be my
Yeah.
year.
yeah.
But yeah, we got a taxi up and it was fucking well expensive. It cost
was
us
expensive.
80 quid.
Yeah.
Like just from Leeds City Centre.
It was estimated 45 quid, and when we got
And we
seats,
decided to just not get out of it.
I
when
know,
we should've
and
done.
I said, let's
It's weird
get
that,
out.
'cause I only heard Rob say.
No, I did
Which
because Mary was like, "No, I don't want to get out. I want to get over this hill."
Which,
Yeah, that
way
was
did,
when Rob
which
was
way
saying.
did you come in? Did you
So
go? Did you
it's-
go up that dual carriageway? Like
Oh,
past
we
the
went
house or
a
something?
Yeah.
raggedy old way.
We
mate.
went through like housing
through
estates
council
and shit like
estates and
that.
everything.
See, I went up by
It
like,
did get us
sort
there
of
quicker.
Colton way.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, we went through loads of council estates, got us there much quicker.
It was busy,
Because
like
the traffic was horrendous.
yeah. But
Yeah,
again,
just-
it is bank holiday, so it's gonna be busy anyway.
And there's a festival on.
It's
It's
bank
going to be
holiday,
busy.
major event, and my taxi driver was lovely. It was
I mean, so.
again. It was an Amber, so
Yeah.
Uber was surging like fuck. Okay, next option Amber. It was there in fucking 15 minutes. No problemo.
No problemo.
And it was sound. Fucking took us like a bit of a raggedy way around, but we sorted it. It was like, oh, I'm gonna have to can I drop you off here? It's like a 15-minute walk. Like I can't drop you off like as close as I wanna. I was like, no problem.
He definitely could.
No, but he could. But then it would charge me more.
Well, this is the thing that I was saying as well in the taxi. I was like, we were walking at probably the same pace. We would have been walking as a minimum at the same pace as the taxi.
Yeah.
But it was like, I wanted to, it wasn't so much for the cost. It was like, let's free up this guy's time.
Yeah,
so we
absolutely.
can get out of this queue and go and pick up another fare. But Mary's like, no.
Oh, you're such a good lad looking out for others. Looking out for taxi drivers there.
No, but it's just
Someone's got to look
It was
after
just
him,
annoying,
It's just using
especially
your head a
like every other year when we've done that. We've got out.
I don't know why we, because Mary didn't want to, but hey, do you know what? It was still a great day. Got to site, got in.
Dead easy getting into site as well.
Yeah.
There's big
Oh,
queues for everyone
and
else,
tell
but
you
we
what,
got in easy.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't get a chance to have a coffee. Dropped us off right by a little co-op. Little coffee machine in there, so I had a little coffee.
Our little Costa.
Yeah, it was a Costa, unfortunately.
One thing that
They're all
I
right front machine.
one thing I
Yeah, they are.
did notice. Now I don't know whether this was because we obviously went in the guest queue, but there was no searches whatsoever.
I heard about that. I didn't see it. I heard that there wasn't any searches.
Which I mean, it was great for people that brought little snacks for during
How
the
does
day.
that news spread? I feel like that news only spreads if something bad happened, but like nothing bad happened. Like,
No, absolutely
So
not.
who's keeping a tab now after the fact that like there was no searches? How are they? I get it if someone had a gun,
Yeah.
and then someone got shot, and then it's like,
Well,
there
I know
was
I
no
didn't get
searches.
searched, put it like that, and
I
I
didn't
saw
either.
I saw someone comment saying that they didn't get searched either. So just an interesting.
I
comment
didn't get
to make,
searched, and I had a bottle of water in my back pocket.
which was probably quite handy, I guess.
I wish
Yeah, it
a
was.
couple of years ago they hadn't searched, so that wouldn't have had to down that Disaronno.
Oh,
That ripped me
yeah.
off
You were
just in the morning.
fucked.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
bad.
Or a bad do that.
So we got there, and it was pretty.
God, I can't remember.
It was pretty much the same as what we did.
Oh, the
Sunday.
weather was shit.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
as good.
it was
a-
packed,
It was a
though.
bit great. I was
Like,
like,
even getting in,
very,
it was busy.
very busy. Now, I suppose this is kind of like the main talk about of North was about how busy it was.
I mean, it's sold out though.
it is sold
It's
out.
expected.
Now, one of the first things I've kind of got to make a comment on is by having that main stage right in front of the entrance and exit. You know, it just doesn't. It just seems a bit odd. Like everyone's going to be at that main stage, so that's where like everyone's populated.
Yeah.
So trying to get out, you're trying to gut through the entire fucking crowd.
Yeah.
It just seems like an odd position for it.
Like the Amazon stage, which was all the way at the back end.
Yeah.
That should have been the main stage.
well, there's two main stages.
yeah, there is.
Yeah, I know, but that should have been the proper main. Like that
There is
should
no-
have
But
been.
then where are you going to put like the other one? Like
Up your
I
ass.
do get like they
your ass
they
is
have
a
to
good
go
place.
somewhere, obviously.
A second shelf.
But great, they have to go somewhere. But
Well, get rid of that shitty guest area that had fuck all in it and put them there.
The problem is that's what we know is like the main stage. That one that
Yeah.
literally every event in
Temple
Temple
Newsome.
Newsome, that's where the stage is and
Yeah.
has been for the past
Yeah, so I
30
asked
fucking
that
years
earlier.
or something.
and I didn't know if that was
It's
the case.
always been there and it's never been a problem.
So make your
you're
entrance
just
somewhere
you're
else.
just having a whinge, really.
Just put
Yeah,
your
but
entrance
that's
at a
It's about a
different
problem
point.
that don't really exist.
Well, no, this is why I asked these two earlier. Like, had they ever been to like the original East Fest? Because had that stage ever like
Not that old.
Yeah, well, I didn't know, so I asked, and they said they didn't know. But it's just an interesting observation because it is right at the entrance.
Like they have the ability to just shift the entrance down to the opposite end of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
field,
yeah. I know,
and
but-
it'll be fine.
But unfortunately, people now have the ability to whinge
Well, they had that
and,
anyway.
and congregate online.
No, but you can't deny that it would have made a
made
bit
more
more
sense.
sense to
Yeah,
have it at the far end.
Yeah, I know,
because
but
then
no
the other
festival's
issue
like
you've got,
perfect.
because then your other issue you got was with that stage that Boston Manor were playing. People complain that there was only like one entrance, like to
so
one
that-
side.
So yeah, like that's probably the one complaint I have because that a tent like that usually you know you have free flowing
Yeah,
like people
both
at
sides.
both sides. It was cut off at one end and it was a bit mad. But again, this is where it comes back to people using their heads. When we entered that tent where Boston Manor, Real Furniture just came off and people were leaving, Boston Manor were just coming on like immediate. Like the set changes incredible, like non-stop. Just use your head, and we just went a bit further in rather than people just stopping
Yeah.
and going, "Yep, I'm
just gonna stand here
I'm
now."
fine here. I'm just
Yeah.
going to stand here in this massive crowd. Literally, there's no crowd over there.
Yeah.
At the other side, there's loads of space. And as we were coming out, I was telling people, loads of space over there, loads
Yeah.
of space over there.
The crowds were a bit bit weird this year. Like for Holding Absence, when we went down to watch them, it wasn't fucking moving whatsoever.
No.
Like, wasn't until like the last 3 songs that people started jumping and pitting and stuff. It's dead weird.
Do you know what the last year Leeds Fest was held at Temple Newsom was?
No.
It's not as long ago as I thought.
Yeah.
When
Is
was
it 98, 99?
No, it's even more recent than
2007.
2002.
That'll be fucking stupid.
2006.
2002.
No.
5.
No. No.
1.
99.
Nope.
2000.
Nope.
2002.
3.
2003.
Yes, fuck you all.
I said that.
Yeah, 2003. So it was only 6 years before
Was
I
it?
started going.
Yeah, wow. Was it camping in the same place? Like
I
all
don't-
one thing?
It
all
must
one
have
thing?
not. It must have not been camping back then. Anyway, sorry to derail. I just thought it was an interesting fact 'cause we were talking about it.
But yeah, so, and I suppose...
And funnily enough, the picture that they've got of its first one at Bramham Park
Sunglasses.
is sunglasses for sale.
Wow. That is
Absolute landfill.
good. But it was very busy. Like, you were kind of like bumping into people like all the
Some
time.
would say busy, some would say sold
God,
out.
so it was.
yeah, no,
it was,
no, yeah,
it was
absolutely.
Foo Fighters, Strokes, and Guns N' Roses were at
Wow.
the last
God.
Leeds Fest in fucking
That's
Temple
good.
Newsom.
And you thought that was busy. I bet that was busy.
So
Crikey.
the busyness like had a real effect on this year, didn't it? So
Yeah.
the
Yes.
food vendors, they had it so it was like
See,
there
this
were
is
2
this is
rows
the dumb thing, I think
facing
they've got.
each other.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
meant that
it's-
the queues just overlapped.
Interlapped with each other.
Again,
Firmly
also-
on the festival, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really like there's a shot I got where Choc and me went looking for food, and you're just looking down where the queues are, and it's just a sea of bodies with no movement.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
And
you
it's
do,
like,
so you,
how
so,
on earth
so you
are
do
you
have a
getting through
picture
that?
for me?
It's not a picture; it's a shot.
Yeah, that's fine. I said a screenshot of it.
You didn't say a screenshot.
60 pictures a second, that is.
Yeah, exactly. You said a picture.
How many
not-
words is that worth?
Send me that later.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, what?
A second
What?
of video is worth 60,000 words.
But I don't understand why they
True,
set
man.
up the food that way.
It was
Yeah.
so
Because,
dumb, wasn't it?
Yeah, they had like one wall with nothing
Like,
on it.
No queue management,
and
no
they could have just
anything.
had all the food down one wall, all the queues coming in
Yeah.
the same direction.
There was
left
loads
a
of
big
room,
enough gap in the middle.
Loads of room on site to have them
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
100
coulda-
yards
they
apart from
coulda
each other.
spread 'em out.
And I
out a bit.
also probably think they probably could have chucked in a couple more as well.
Mm.
But I suppose it's difficult because they're obviously sharing that site with Live at Leeds that weekend as well.
Yeah, less
which
popular.
obviously that wasn't as busy as Slam.
And that
Yeah, but-
no FX thing as well.
Just hire more people for it.
But then again, they close it off, don't they? They don't
Yeah.
have the full site, so they could make it work. It's a lesson to learn. I know people who, like, I didn't eat until whenever we ate.
we ate
Yeah.
pretty late.
But in fact, we all, all
But-
of us.
but here-
and that was in guest.
Yeah,
and
we-
even that took you an
Over an hour.
astronomically
It was,
long
Yeah,
it was,
time.
it was
over an
45
hour.
minutes all in.
Was it?
And that's a long time. And I, like Anthony.
Well, that was for you
I've
actually. We
seen
were
in
queuing
the-
before that.
I've
Yeah,
seen
you
in the
just jumped in
page.
queue.
Oh, we got some public opinions actually. We should go through.
Yeah,
those.
we did. Yeah,
But I've seen like Anthony, our mate Anthony Gibbons, who we were just watching his YouTube video. Actually.
Yeah, we were.
But he didn't eat because it just wasn't an option for him. It was like either eat or miss like 3 bands. I don't know. You should.
Yeah, because the queues were fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So many people wanting food at once and just
I think also that, like, I don't know, like, how do you prepare for that? Like, if you're a festival organizer and like it's like when they try and balance the electricity grid at like around 6 p.m. when everyone fucking flips the kettle on before choreo or whatever or after it. It's like everyone's just gonna want food between the hours of like 5 and 7 because they're gonna want it before the headliner, but they're not gonna want it at 3. They're not gonna want to like have the tea then. But everyone's going to congregate between those hours. And how do you manage your capacity?
But I think
Well, I've never seen that at a festival before, and I've been to a fucking lot of them.
it was really bad.
I think
this
it's
year.
firmly on the festival. People eat at that time because that's when people
Yeah.
get hungry in their day.
Yeah, of course.
They should be facilitating. They should have been set up better.
do we believe?
Easy lesson to learn.
Do we believe that? Because I think it's a case of like, do we believe that the site is fine? Like,
Yeah.
it's a good site. It just how it's organised. You know,
Yeah,
the
it was
positioning of
having
things.
the two rows of vendors facing each
yeah.
other, and the queue was just you couldn't tell what was going on. Like
Yeah, you couldn't.
if I wanted like something from this place,
Yeah.
I wouldn't know. I couldn't follow the queue back because it was just too intertwined.
Danny stood in wrong queue for like 10, 15 minutes until someone came over and went, "This isn't the queue for food. That is."
Yeah.
And it was just all the way back, and she
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, I'm not."
I think
not waiting that."
think like
Terrible.
I don't know.
Shite that.
Great.
Yeah,
what-
probably bad.
Site could have been bigger, but could it because you can't just fucking.
No,
the site
think
didn't
about
need to be
think
bigger.
about when we just before Kids in Glass Houses, where we were on that side. There was a fucking note there.
Yeah,
After we
yeah,
walked
yeah.
past the rebellion.
In fact, the Chinese food place. That's usually around there because we.
Yeah.
I remember getting some spring
but
rolls.
there was
as
nothing there. There was
Yeah,
loads,
you're right, yeah.
loads of
There
room.
was
You're
nothing.
right.
All of the food was in one place. But you
Also
know
a
what?
really dead bar.
So one thing that everyone's kind of saying on our thing is like it was oversold, and obviously all about the queues.
God, these people would hate going to Disney.
Yeah, queuing simulator, queues were shocking, overcrowded.
Moneyest place on earth for these lot.
I think we're right. I think it is just a case of that there just wasn't enough food vendors and they were poorly positioned.
Yeah, massively. But it didn't subtract from the day too much, really.
No, it was,
Not at all.
Not for us.
I get there's exceptions where like if I don't know, like if you need
there
to
will be
have
people.
some food
Yeah.
because like
Oh my
I've seen
God.
I've seen like,
I've just solved the problem.
oh god.
I'll just finish scratching my balls.
Lovely. Straight on mic afterwards.
It's my mic, this one, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
My territory. It wasn't the balls either. I was
Go
just
on,
being
what's your
funny.
solution?
The solution is welcome to Slam Dunk, everyone. Here's a Y food.
That would be good.
That'd be ideal.
Gluten free as well.
All the ones you want, like for everyone's little
What if you're vegan?
allergy and stuff. They do a vegan one. They've
Oh,
literally
do they?
got a vegan
Yeah, they do,
range.
yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be a great festival sponsor, that.
It would, you
like
know.
back in the day
Y
when
food.
So-
they used to get sponsored.
I don't
Well,
know. I mean, they still do, don't they? It's
No,
like,
but like properly. So it's like Y Food presents Slam Dunk.
yeah, there's loads of them. Cinch presents Latitude. We did
Who
lockdown
the
load.
fuck a cinch?
They're a vehicle retailer, I think. or
You would
something
know.
like
No, I won't.
that. You haven't passed your theory test for driving.
There was obviously
I
a lot.
noticed I had to get theory, no what else.
It's a
valid.
driving test. You've never passed a driving based test.
I have.
Yeah, which one's that? Testing my patience. Thank you.
I had to drive the plane round.
Drive it.
No,
yeah.
you didn't.
No, you do around the airbase.
Drive the plane around.
Someone's towing you.
Oh, you're in the RAF. Yeah, I used to drive the plane. Don't you mean fly them?
Someone's towing you.
Are they? Oh yeah, of course. It
But you've
can't.
got to sit in it and you've got to be the brake man and you've got to check your wings and you've got
Check
to
your wings.
slam on
One
if
wing,
there's
two
an
wing.
issue.
Yep, fit to fly.
Looking at rear view, just at back at door at cockpit. That's quite interesting.
Something else people were obviously complaining about as well in regards to queue was toilet situations. Now, as always, gents was kind of fine. It was mainly.
We need something better for the ladies.
I'll tell you what,
So this
right.
is interesting. So at download, there's on the map there is a thing for female urinals. So that'll be interesting to see how
I'm
how
gonna
that
take,
goes.
I'm gonna take credit for that
You know what does my tits in?
because we moaned about it. What?
Women who use the men's.
No, not at
No,
all.
because if we did it the other way around,
No.
people fucking kick off.
Women have it hard enough, man. They're welcome to use our toilets.
I
whenever they want.
found that, you know, like I saw it at South.
Oh, that stinks.
That is bad.
Yes, you.
Great.
I know.
At South towards was it the what is it the first stage you see as you go into the festival? That whole space was just like mostly gender neutral toilets. There was some urinals, but like good 90% of it was just all like
That's the
neutral.
way it should be.
Yeah, like, everyone needs.
It
a
really
piss.
shouldn't it? I
Yeah.
couldn't believe.
Just
there
get
was-
more
That
portaloos.
is part of the solution.
Oh, and at Reading last.
and if it's gender neutral, you can shit in the urinal.
did we go
can't
that? We didn't go to Reading last year, but the year before they had like double decker like toilets, and I was like, that's some innovation. That
Did
you?
What?
And,
Yeah.
and we did go
Where?
to Reading last year.
did we?
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah,
the
we
only
did.
year
Yeah,
we
we
did
did.
it properly.
Double decker. How does that work? Like,
You
you're
just
just gonna piss
shit
on
on
someone.
It's like-
shit on
You
other
know,
people.
It's a
It's-
metaphor for the
it's like
class
a-
system.
It's cabins, but there's like stairs that you can go up to
Yeah.
the next level.
That's good.
One
Yeah.
thing, just backtracking slightly on the audio stuff, there was quite a few acts where there was like skipping of backing tracks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't know if
no.
you guys noticed that.
No
Yeah,
way.
But
I
I noticed it with quite a few acts. So that was just a little interesting thing that I
That's
noticed.
that's nothing on the festival. That
No, of course, but it's
That's
interesting.
only musicians.
but
man.
no,
talented
no,
enough
but what
to
I'm saying
play
is-
their
But if it's on the
instruments.
musicians,
No,
why
what
is
I'm
it
saying
happening
is-
to multiple
yeah,
musicians?
it happened
Yeah,
to
on the
multiple
backing
acts.
track.
I was just doing a take of like the old classic rock dad who says like, "Oh, I shouldn't use a backing track." Yeah, you should. Get it
Shut up.
used. That's what Falling in Reverse got in trouble for, innit? Not in trouble, but that old fucking.
What, using a backing track?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
the
they
CD
pulled,
was scratched,
They
so we
pulled
kept
out. They pulled out of a show because the laptop stopped working.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Definitely
yeah.
would have been fixable if I was
it's
there.
no,
but
no. It was they didn't have their laptops. They were on a
Yeah.
flight,
Right.
but
Yeah.
they didn't have them.
And then some guy called Sebastian Bach, I think he's called. He's like an old rock
Yeah,
guy,
yeah.
shite as fuck. He's the singer for a big American,
he was around a lot in the late
it's
80s,
basically
early
saying
90s.
if you can't
Hung
play
around
a
with
show
Guns
without
N'
a
Roses
laptop, then you're not a
Get
real
with
musician.
the times, Grandad.
Jay, can you just pull that window too? Because the reflection of the
I
sun's
thought
right
I
in me
could
grid.
see that.
Oh, that's so much better. Oh, God, it was like being back at Slam Dunk South then.
You know what? Unfortunately, they did get the better weather.
They got gorgeous weather. We got
But at the same time, it was kind of welcomed on Sunday because
Yeah,
it
not,
was a bit of a
not,
rest.
not the weather at North was fine until it dropped. After we'd seen Escape the Fate for the second time, it then dropped, and I was wearing shorts.
It was too cold.
Yeah,
bit of wind chill going on, wasn't there?
Yeah,
Did I tell him about Craig now?
Yes.
yeah. Let's talk about our best mate.
McInnes.
We did see Craig
Saw
McInnes.
Craig McInnes.
Nice lad.
Lovely lad.
So we're in the guest area,
The little time we did spend in the guest area there.
and Razzie points over, and there's a guy called Craig Mabbitt, who's the singer of Escape the Fate. We love Escape the Fate, so it's like, oh, sick, like, gotta go say hello. So I wander over, he's gone into the toilet, and he must have been having a shit because it's taking forever in there.
Yeah, I was pissing in there, and you could hear it.
So I'm stood outside.
This is where Rob's going to tell you that he's a hypocrite because he don't like it when people wait outside toilets for him.
Is there like
I don't mind.
pushing and practicing
what he said in the
parts to
past.
guillotine
No,
part
but
two?
there's ways to do that. I've
ways to do
had
things.
the wrong experience so many times on me that I know how to do it right. So
So I stood outside toilets waiting
for him.
no, I was nowhere near the toilets.
Catching
I was
him vulnerable.
in the middle of the site. I just wanted to make
Catch
sure.
him literally with his pants down.
I wanted to make sure.
Craig,
Big fan, Craig, do you need some more toilet roll?
look at my YouTube channel.
Channel. Anyway, so he came out and he was wandering, and I went
Just wiping his hands on his t-shirt.
caught
Like,
him.
yeah, be fine.
And I went over. I said, "Hi, Craig." I can't remember what I said. But it was a nice chat.
have a nice shit?
And he asked who we were, basically. So I explained it, but it was just
Do
me.
you reckon he was just going like, who the fuck are you?
No, he was. My point here is he was so nice.
Yeah.
And so he expressed interest in like us, and he wrote it in his notes who we are, what we do, and then he like came over off his own back to the rest of us, introduced himself, and we had like a chat for like 10 minutes about air conditioning and Arizona and weather and
Wow, rock and roll,
the fact that Escape the Fate was on mine and Raz's sex playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that probably made him feel uncomfortable.
We probably
though.
should have left that bit out, but do you know what? He was he was so nice.
Yeah.
And dare I say, one of the nicest
There's like
people in bands that I've met.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say just nice, just like not just being approachable, but then being like also accommodating. Like,
Yeah.
So he's not just being like, oh yeah, nice to meet you, and like having time for you. Is then like, oh, I'm gonna
Making
like
the
accommodate
effort.
you
Yeah.
now and be like,
Yeah.
oh, let's say hello to your friends as well. Like
Yeah,
while I'm here, like
it was great. It was like when we met Broco in Paris years ago, and like
Rub it in.
we felt like they had no idea who we were, but it felt like they were the ones meeting us because they were so nice. And at the end, like, remember, like, oh, let's get the picture. Like I said, like, can we have a picture? But like he then remembered at the end and was like, let's get that picture. Really nice. And I think that goes a long way. And it's stuff like that makes me want to try and be the best version of me for when I meet people.
and now I guarantee you, like rather than being like not asked for seeing them when they tour, we'll be like, yeah, let's go see them.
We'd have been asked anyway because we do love them. But like now we'll definitely go and
Extra
see 'em.
asked.
Yeah.
Double ass.
Now I'll buy 2 tickets.
Big up, Craig. Thanks for being a top fucking bloke and providing us with many years of good music.
So we got to see some extra bands on the second day because obviously we didn't get to see the bands that were on later. So we got to see Bowling for Soup, who were fucking weird.
Do you know what? But the server calls, they're just funny.
You know what?
The square pit was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. To be fair, that's one way to like distinguish your band from everyone else.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that's quite funny. But they were just everything you'd expect Bowling for Soup to be.
I was really impressed how well they did the super generic Blink-182 Tenacious D humor. I think it's so obvious in it, but like there is a place for that, and that's the right people in the right place doing it to the right crowd, and it worked.
Yeah.
I didn't see all of it, but like to me, that's better than watching Blink make like shit jokes.
Yeah,
because with Blink, I just want them to play all the
Yeah.
songs, and I don't want to hear Tom DeLonge say "I fucked your mum."
Yeah.
But with them, it just suits them better.
Yeah.
They're truly an immature, in a good way, band.
Yeah.
Whereas Blink, I think, are a bit more
Yeah,
mature.
they're very Jack Black.
Yeah, exactly. It's that same level, and I thought I went home, but I was impressed.
I think because like Blink have some quite like serious songs, like, but then every single Bowling for Soup song is just like.
Is there a ballad? Or I'm gonna have a look through Bowling for Soup's.
I think they do have a ballad type song. To be fair, they've got a kind of a song called Turbulence, which is like an acoustic song.
It's a bit bumpy, that one, though. I'm not a fan.
Shut up. But that's a very much a. They don't really tell any jokes in that. It's a bit more serious. But it's really good. But I was so surprised at how much Mary loved them.
Yeah,
she knew even like the deeper cuts.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen to
Ohio.
like Ohio. I was like, you know this. Like I only know it because I went on Bear Share and just typed in Bowling for Soup and downloaded whatever.
Like
Second
time
Bear
Bear Share's come up.
like I've seen this 1975 with Mary. And I've never seen her that excited as she was for Bowling for Soup.
Like
It was mad.
I was like, oh yeah, like I can't.
But no, they were really good. But Rob went home.
Just want my cup of tea, to be honest with you. And,
No.
and Rob went home, the big wetty.
As if Rob went home.
I'll tell you why I went home, because I've never been to Afterparty in North.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go because it was my birthday at midnight, and I was just too cold, and I was just declining.
Yeah.
And I was like,
After 2 days, like
it worked well, because I really didn't want to be the guy that's like, I'm going to go, and then you're
Everyone
going to
will
go,
go
and then
home. Yeah,
you're
yeah.
going to go. So I was really glad it was just me and Chalk, and we just came back here. No issue getting out of
Yeah.
sight, although I heard you didn't have an issue.
No,
but
not
we'll
at all.
talk about that in a sec. But like, my thought was, I'm going to avoid all the kind of
Carnage.
all the carnage and all the waiting.
because I definitely want to like be light on my feet and go out.
I want to. So we came back here, played Rock Band, drank Four Loko, and then you guys
Yeah.
came, and it was great. But I saw a bit of Bowling for Soup, as I said, it was very good.
So we,
After Bowling for Soup, we saw the Hunna.
Chris's favourite band.
Chris's
did you
favourite
see
band.
him?
Yeah. And you know what, right? It wasn't bad.
They are good.
Like, it was pretty good.
They are good. They're a bit cringe, but
Yeah.
they are good.
Yeah,
and
really enjoyed 'em.
just that little. I was watching them on that little stage, and I thought, oh, this is quite good, like a little stage as a headliner. Like,
Did they play some bangers? Because when we
played Bonfire.
Well,
really?
to be fair, we only caught like the last maybe 4 songs or
because at
so.
Benny they posted their set list
And it was
before, and
wank.
there wasn't one of those hits that we know. Maybe it was a territory thing.
I've not looked. I will admit.
it's just interesting though, because I didn't think they were like a slam dunk kind of band.
No, but
But it
they
worked,
had
though.
some. They were a bit
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
Like more than I expected them.
They're
to.
just not. I don't know, man. It just the Hunna. Like I see them in the more like indie space.
I agree.
Guess,
I think they toe the line. They can definitely.
I think
can definitely see them.
I think it's
on
very. I think because of the last album, it's kind of why they've been pushed more to.
I mean, they got a song with Travis Barker, right? I
yeah,
guess.
exactly.
Who hasn't?
Jake got me.
Have we got one of them?
Probably.
No, it's
Why
coming
don't
out.
you
It's coming
DM
out
him?
soon. Coming out soon.
Jake got me up on his shoulders and basis like, hey, to me. And then we were just looking around the crowd for other people who weren't actually there to enjoy the band. like, fuck off. And then we went and found the other people.
Yeah, and then after Hunna, we went to go see
And
one of the 2 headliners, Shikari, which
They are fucking
they are
great.
good. They are good.
Like, they opened on I wouldn't call it a banger, but it really worked well as an
it was a
opener.
new album, which makes sense. Unfortunately, it's because we saw them first. Apparently, I was speaking to a few people, and apparently, like once it got dark, because Shikari are renowned for like their light show and like stage show.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it was like brilliant at the end with all the lights.
Right, well. They
Um,
had fireworks at the start as well.
They did have some fireworks at the start. But yeah, they were good, as always. The issue I have with Shikari is they're either absolutely amazing or meh.
I'll never get over their download set when they did the download pilot. That was
For
brilliant.
me, it's the
Trees.
2000 Trees one with that quadraphonic sound.
Yeah,
that was brilliant.
that was great, and download was great. But I think from then on,
Well, they won an award for that download one, didn't they? I think.
So-
that-
Yeah,
so
they did.
They did. Yeah.
it was brilliant. That.
Yeah, everyone thinks I don't like Shikari, and that we as a collective don't like Shikari. We take the piss out of them.
Yeah, of
but
course.
I think they're a fine band.
He replied to my tweet today.
I'm not a massive Shikari fan, but I think I actively like what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I prefer the really old stuff like back.
And I think
Return to
you're not alone with
Energize.
that one. I think a lot of people.
I'd
do as
love
well.
to hear him play Return to
My
Energize.
mate Matt was
bit.
telling me, oh, I'm excited because they play Anything Can Happen. And I was like, hold on, ain't that their like most
Not
well-known
like anything
single?
can happen in the next half hour. Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
I want
Wait,
them.
is that the?
No, that's Sorry Not Window.
Oh yeah, sorry not window.
Sorry, not a window.
Sorry, you're a Mac user.
Look, let's be transparent with each other. I want to see him play with Hadouken as well. I'm putting it out there.
God, I remember.
Shikari, bring back Hadouken and do a
There's
tour
ever
with
a
him.
time.
I remember a Leeds Fest where I was going
And,
to.
and let Pendulum headline over you as well. That'd be a great show.
I remember at Leeds Fest like 2013 or something like that. I was going to see a band called Heaven's Basement. I was like, couldn't wait.
Course you were.
And I walked into the tent and Hadouken were playing, and I was like, "This isn't it." And I stood and
Hadouken's fucking great.
They were like proper.
Okay.
How do you describe them? They were more like on the scene side of things rather than the emo side.
I don't understand the
saying it.
difference between scene and emo.
See, scene bands were like very bright coloured, like neon kind of thing.
Emo's sad and introspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scene was like what Razzie said, like
Neon.
raw, XD, random, neon,
So you
hair,
were Scene?
feathers
Yeah.
in you.
This was the thing.
No, it was
like, I was
the
fucking-
Badger.
I was.
Yeah,
the Badger
yeah.
thing.
Like-
You were a scene kid then?
I wasn't.
Well, you were an emo then?
I literally just had like the side fringe and blonde hair, and I didn't give a
And
shit.
snake bites.
Yeah.
And you listened to emo music.
And you wore a little guitar and a chain around your neck.
He was a bass guitar.
Bass guitar.
Bass guitar. Is it
Guitar.
bass guitar?
And your entire outfits were always dead.
And you wore two belts.
And you had those
I
weird...
did. See, that was the thing. So I had the red and black studded belt, which was emo, but
And
then
you
I
had
had
the neon yellow
the
one as
neon
well.
yellow one.
So you were
like,
Simo?
Seymour.
Or a
you had it first.
eam.
And you also wore those god-awful...
That's on my plate now, isn't it?
You wore those...
Got the private plate.
You wore those god-awful neck wrap things, like massive scarves that were
Oh,
just
like a snood,
big
not
dangly.
snood, but yeah,
like
yeah,
big,
yeah.
Oh, just awful. I had one of them as well.
Fuck you, Raz.
Yeah.
What about Dan wearing those fucking hats that sagged at the back?
Oh, the Rasta hat with a dread.
Yeah.
Not-
Dan used to wear these fake dreads when he was listening to reggae.
Things I didn't do.
Well, you did now.
Everyone wore those saggy hats.
We've got a photo of you wearing it.
Razzie had a saggy hat.
I had a nice chat with Josh Franceschi from Yumi at 6 once
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
were
yeah.
walking along with him.
They tell you that he got the jacket first.
Oh, I
Dead
don't
meme.
think either
Dead
of us
meme.
talk about that one anymore. But yeah, he's just such a nice guy. He's Josh. He gets, you know, before I'd met him, I've said this before, but like I met him years ago, didn't we?
Yeah.
But like before we met him, people had kind of said, "Oh, he's a bit of a knobhead," but he's just absolutely never shown any of the times I've met him. I think he's a great lad. And we're talking about Kids in Glass Houses because he's a big fan of Kids in Glass Houses, and he's like, I've been nagging them to get back together for like 10 years.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do something together. That'd be kind of
That
cool.
would be good.
That'd be a
Nice
good
little
talk.
Yeah.
talk.
I hope that Kids in Glass Houses do something new.
Yeah, it was a bit.
I don't need it.
I
No.
never listened to him, so it doesn't
No,
bother me
but
whatsoever.
like I'd be interested to like at least give it a listen.
Yeah.
And they have the platform once again to be like, oh, we're gonna release a new album and we're gonna go on tour and we're just gonna give it one last go. We're gonna see what happens.
I
And
wonder
think
why
it-
they split up because they, as we said at the start, they were successful in the space.
I don't know. I think maybe they got to the age
Yeah, it
where
could be
like
anything.
one person has a kid maybe, and then it all starts to
Fuck
go.
that.
a bit.
Let's agree to not do that at this
Yeah.
table.
Okay.
I
Okay.
literally can't.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Right.
he has his balls cut
we're gonna expense vasectomies for the rest of the gang. Right.
Good news, they're free.
perfect.
Well,
You only have to pay for the
luckily-
reversal.
We'll pay for the day off. That you have
Luckily,
to take.
Jake's at this table, and he doesn't
I mean,
need it.
Jake's almost got a what they call it,
Giant
incel.
foreskin? Oh.
He's like he's
Bread.
insectomy. Like he's not gonna have any kids because he can't shag anyone.
He just can't speak to anyone.
Great.
Fuck you, Jake.
Welcome to the View from the Afternoon, ladies
Thank
and
you
gentlemen.
very much. Do we have anything else? Oh, tell me about the bus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the after party as well.
So sorry about Shikari. Went to the Offspring. We love the Offspring.
We saw one fucking song.
We
and
saw
it was
one
shit.
song.
We saw two.
I turned my neck to the right once and went, I don't know this song, and we kept walking.
Yeah,
Yep.
unfortunately, the two songs that they were playing, didn't know them, and so we decided to leave.
I'll tell you what's annoying. We literally didn't go see the Offspring in Amsterdam because we're like, oh, we're going to go see them twice at Slam Dunk.
Yeah.
Literally
Didn't
didn't
see
see
'em
them once.
So we left, and this was maybe about 9:30, 20 to 10, something like that. And there was already quite a lot of people leaving at that point.
I wouldn't say a lot.
There was
a steady flow.
There was one row like full of like the queue. So like people had already like checked it out.
But as a change, we decided to get the shuttle bus back home.
Yeah, which was lovely because we paid £5.50 for a ticket. Raz and Rich didn't, and we all got on
For free.
Didn't check the tickets or anything. So a good £5.50.
Because usually, like every year, we get an Uber and we always go to the same corner and must wait about an hour afterwards.
It's like a 20, 30 minute walk down to this corner to get away from all the traffic, and then like a half an hour to an hour wait for an Uber on top of that.
But I'll tell you what, we made all the right moves.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think because
the shuttle's great.
That shuttle was fantastic.
like,
it was so quick.
What more could we have possibly got out of that experience by staying there for longer?
I agree.
We made exactly the
So-
right
We could have
call.
seen a bit more Shikari.
So Mary and Chris, they actually
why?
stayed because they stayed and watched Shikari because Chris loves Shikari.
Yeah.
So they kind of had the experience that we usually have, and even they didn't necessarily have.
They were like 10, 15 minutes behind us.
Yeah,
really.
they didn't really have anything like any negative effect. Like they did what we usually do and got an Uber, but they still got back, made the after party, and it was all fine.
Yeah.
When me and Choc were like in the Uber on the way home during Building for Soup, we were like, oh, it's a shame we missed the Offspring. Like, let's play the Offspring on Rock Band when we get in, just to kind of hear.
Yeah.
I bet you had
Offspring.
more fun.
So, well, I mean, we did, yeah. But put Rock Band 2 in. Not unlocked. Not gone through the career. So just played all DLC and Rock Band 1 imports and didn't hear any Offspring.
Oh, sorry to hear.
Great.
I'll listen to them tonight while I'm having my wank.
That'd be the worst band to
Give
have
it
a
to
wank.
me, baby.
And all the girlies say, I'm coming.
Not when you're about.
No, not the girls. I'm saying that myself.
And then we went to the after party.
Oh, so the after party was in the O2 Academy.
Instead of up
Great
at the
to
uni.
see a slam dunk like rock type of like nightclub event back at the O2 Academy.
Yeah, because it used to be Fuel there, didn't it?
No, that was at the
Wait, it was-
Students' Union.
I
It was
thought-
propaganda in the academy.
Oh, was it
used to be
props?
propaganda, yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there was this one thing that was on, like, for a few
Distortion.
months. It was called that,
Distortion, yeah. So it was in the in-between of...
But it was
I was talking, thank you.
it was small though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was tiny. It was the downstairs in Academy. It was in the period in between when the Cockpit closed and Key Club opened.
No, it was way after that because we went there after my dad's funeral. In
Yeah,
the
it
Soups.
was still opened. Like, it was still ongoing.
Key Club was.
Yeah, no, Key Club had then opened, and that's why it failed.
No,
that's
I think
interesting.
this opened after Key Club, and it ran for like 2 months.
But I've just said it, Ant.
But I know more about most stuff than you.
I
No,
think-
but not about this.
Well, let's ask Raz. He ordered his Nando's to wrong Nando's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you. You know.
There we go. Unfortunately, you can't win them all.
Sorry,
And do you
Dan.
know what? To leave it completely like non-biased, we'll ask Jake as well.
He don't count.
No, I think it.
He wasn't
well,
even legal to go out drinking then.
Don't
That's
matter.
not true.
It is.
I think it was open and it just failed.
That's not really the.
I remember
I
going-
forgot what we're even arguing about.
Distortion.
What?
I remember
When
going
Distortion-
there with you and Mary one night, and
Yeah.
it was the night Mary just absolutely slagged me off for what I was wearing. She told me
Makes sense.
my jeans looked like something my mum bought me.
Yeah, they were
I
super
was
dry
wa-
though.
No, they were Hollister.
I don't know what. I actually
I
don't know what's
fucking-
worse.
I loved those jeans. I genuinely like.
Hollister's bad.
No, but back then it was.
Was it because your mum bought them?
No, I bought them. I was in RAF. My mum didn't buy my clothes like you lot.
I was in Rav.
Yeah, I had a good wage.
Do you want to
I'm
sit in
living
the-
off mummy and daddy like you.
Do you want to sit in the cockpit?
Do you want to sit on daddy's lap, Robert? Oh, wait, you can't.
On my
Shut
birthday
up.
as well, bro.
Shut up.
On my birthday.
Yeah, it's not his birthday.
What was good about the after party?
Yes.
Was there was a DJ, but in between like every 5 songs, they had a band that came on. I'm pretty sure the band is the band that is like the Black Parade band,
It is.
Black Charade.
It is.
and they were just playing like loads of like pop punk shit, and then they ended doing a few
My
My
Chemical
Chemical Romance
Romance,
songs.
yeah.
And do you know what? It was a good way to like break up
Yeah.
DJ set.
It really, that should be what nightclubs do, because that really like
I don't
changed
know.
up the
Good.
night, and
It was
it
good.
gave you something new every
I
so
wasn't
often.
there for long enough to like experience it.
No,
but
you weren't.
But like, well, I saw a few songs, but like they played like 2 or 3 songs and then back to a DJ, and then what did
Yeah.
Couple
I think
more
they were
songs,
good,
yeah.
and it turns out I know a few of the guys that are in that band.
Yeah.
And I thought it was good, and I thought what made it better, it was weird because you're at an after party, so you don't want to stand and necessarily face the band. So it was weird getting in the zone of like just dance to the song, and it just so happens to be a band playing it. But they were playing with the song playing as well. So
Well, no, for some of them.
What-
Some,
oh,
they had a-
really?
they had-
Not all of
No, it was. So some tracks had a backing. So they did like a Linkin Park. So obviously there's a backing track of like.
no, but it was the full instrument.
I don't think it was.
No, it was because on a Fat Lip, they boosted the solo, and the solo was definitely the studio version of the solo. It's so not important.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
But it was good because it meant that you're getting a band
The
experience,
full
and also you're hearing the song pretty perfectly as well.
But
it was very good.
it was
But
a really
they
good
were
night.
playing, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there was the song playing as well.
Maybe they just routed the backing track or the one with like a click to the wrong output.
yeah, maybe.
Like,
We
they're-
were the
they've-
Kings.
They've got it on the in-ears, like they're playing along to the track.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, I would love to do that. I'd love
What?
to be in a band that does
Yeah.
that. I think that's a great idea.
What, covers
Because you
band?
get to be, but like a covers band at like a thing like that, like you don't have to write your own songs, which is the hard bit.
Is it?
As,
It's
as
not.
we've
No,
learned.
it's not.
Whoa, is it?
Well, do you know what? We've actually written a few bangers, but it's just great.
Right.
Like I just love playing songs, and it removes the self-consciousness if you're just playing songs people already know and love. I'd love to
Yeah.
do that.
Well, we'll quit next year and we'll just do band stuff next year.
Excellent. The channel is over, and we're going to be in a band. Just
Yeah.
kidding. We're going to do that anyway as well.
And to end, they played a few Sum 41 songs.
Oh, tell them about Rich playing
sadly.
a clip of Mary.
So they played a few Sum 41 songs, but Rich, he went and played Mary's TikTok over the speakers.
For anybody who don't know who Rich is, that's the DJ.
Yeah. He played Mary's TikTok into Fat Lip. That was like
God.
a nice little.
That was kind of cool.
Nice little
Yeah,
thing.
that's just what I want on a night out after I'm fucking knackered all day.
Yeah, TikToks.
Hearing, just because I like.
I live for Big Tasty.
He's a good lad.
He's
he's
a
great.
good lad.
We've met so many nice people from doing this.
God.
It is
Yeah.
incredible, isn't it? We get to
we're
meet so many lovely
so
people.
blessed.
I've got so much time for nice people, man.
And then by the time this comes out, we'll have seen the fucking. When's this coming out?
Next week.
We'll have seen the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's Tenacious D.
And it's
Rock
us
Answer.
four going.
Yeah,
so
it
we're
is.
Very good.
excited to tell you about that next week.
Guess what? I can't wait to do the what went down for that one.
Yeah.
Guess what? I'm going to spoil it for you. It was sick.
I'm going to say it's going to be fucking
Yeah.
lit.
I cannot wait for that. I think that's one
Is
of
the
the.
video out for Rock Am going to be out by the time this is out?
Is the video out for Rock
No.
Am gonna be out?
All right, okay.
I know.
Obviously, it'll be all over our
Shut up.
socials.
I'm fucked, all right.
We all are.
Shall we have some
Literally the day after
closing
a
remarks on Slam Dunk then?
Very good.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. It was possibly my favourite slam dunk that we've done.
It was 100% my favourite slam.
So,
dunk.
well, certainly,
Without a doubt.
certainly favourite in at Temple Newsom. Just
No,
'cause-
it's even,
Yes.
it's even
Yeah.
beat the city ones
Yes.
for me. So, like,
no, the
as-
city one's a.
As a content creator, the city one doesn't do the video very
Yeah, no,
well.
that's true.
You wouldn't know
that's
because
'cause-
you're not really
that's
a
'cause you
content
can't
creator.
frame
and
Right.
you also want making the content in the city. Back
How
then.
many?
The
clips did I send to you?
RELV in the cities did very well.
Can we have one of them and I'll put it in the
The Relv.
chat or something?
I'll try and find them.
I've got them all.
Have you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I've got 'em a lot.
So why'd you ask him? Why did you just put it in?
I don't think I have a Slam Dunk one.
Put them on Patreon.
Here's an idea, right?
What?
Let's write down now in your little book, your little pathetic little book with your
Hey.
shitty pen,
It's a bullet planner.
where we rank this. So obviously this is the best festival we've been to
Oh,
this year.
good idea.
And then we can in real time track these festivals and give a rundown at the end of the year.
Good idea.
We'll do it at
So
the back.
was Slam Dunk better than Coachella? I would say it wasn't. But in
Oh,
some
what?
ways it kind of was.
You know what? As good as Coachella was, and it is truly a great experience and a beautiful place to be, Slam Dunk was just the better time.
It was, you know.
Yeah,
I really
it
hate to
was.
say it, but it's-
Yeah.
that's fucking mental.
It's
but
it's
yeah.
just a bit more concise, isn't it? Like,
and it's a
The-
hometown.
the
and-
line-
I
Lineups
got
were
everything
better.
I wanted from it.
and believe it or not, we saw more people.
All right then. So write that down.
So Slam Dunk number 1.
Right in the middle, because we'll be like, or right mindful that we're going to be putting other stuff in this list all throughout the year. And then we can just, I don't know, I just thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, yeah.
It's fucking brilliant.
Coachella underneath it.
Yeah. I guess
I'll
leave enough
find-
space to maybe write something else.
There we go. It's written in the book. It is final.
Yeah.
Slam Dunk outdid Coachella.
It's a shame about the
2023.
queues, but do you know what? they will learn from this.
Yeah.
And do you know what, mate? I thought
we queued for an hour at Coachella for merch, so we can't fucking say.
I'll tell you what. One thing I did think about earlier.
Everyone who complained about Slam Dunk this year, go to Coachella. You won't fucking believe it.
Yeah,
Jesus, you would hate it.
All I can think of is have Slam Dunk maybe bitten off more than can chew by also doing France and Italy.
No, not at all.
They'll be fine. It'll be great.
That's fine.
Just
I'm just thinking, like, did they maybe miss not think of something because of focus on
not
it?
at all. It'll just apply to all 4 of them. Yeah. Like rather than just the 2, they've just doubled up for the quid.
I mean, I don't know anything about the European slam dunks, but I'm sure a lot less has to go into them. I don't know.
Yeah, health and safety is going to be a bit more relaxed.
And like, you know what? One of them's one day in it.
Yeah.
So what is that? You're just putting on a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it's still easier said than done. But I think this was a major. This is now like a big small festival.
Yeah.
Whereas they're tiny out there.
I think they've maxed out their level of a small festival. Yeah. Like their only move now is to grow.
Yeah.
And do you know what? They'll learn from this weekend, and they can only take good things from it.
Here's the thing: you're never going to please everyone as well when you put on a massive event like that. You're always going to like you know.
But it's kind of rare that we're unanimously pleased.
And the proof's in the pudding. Like it's sold out.
Yeah.
Like it's how many festivals do you hear doing that nowadays? Like that.
Just that and download, isn't it?
Small.
Really, this year that I know of. And so rock music is alive and well. The emos in the theatres are cruising around.
Shut up.
It's going to be the 80s all over again.
Was it Busted who released? Or is it McFly? Where did all the guitars go?
Terrible.
Awful.
Yeah,
Guess what, mate? Two
guitars,
fucking sold out
I've
major
literally
events.
got 5 in my bedroom. And there's one over there.
That's where. There's your answer.
There's
too many guitars.
There's guitars everywhere, McFly.
There's a shop down the road, wall full
literally
of
full of guitars.
You can't move from.
It literally sells your guitar.
They're musicians. How are they not seeing any guitars?
I know.
What are they doing wrong?
I love them, but
they're too busy with VSTs these days.
For the instrument as well. They're doing it on iPad on GarageBand.
Hey, the Killers used that, you know.
I don't think it was to actually play using the instruments on GarageBand though.
Anyway, yeah. Any more closing thoughts?
I haven't actually started working on the video yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow because so I don't have any reflections on that, but hopefully it's good.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that comes to the end of it there with an hour and a half. That's not a bad amount of time. That'll give someone at work a nice little bit of a brain away.
Yeah.
Figure out what I mean.
Don't worry, if you've just started your day, then you've only got 6.5 hours to go.
Yeah. But
to make a living.
We've got plenty more of these coming out, so obviously we'll go to
more.
as many festivals as we can, practically one every weekend. I think there's like one weekend we might not be.
Incorrect.
No,
every
weekend.
Fair enough. So we've got one of these coming out every week for you. And then,
here's
you know
a question
what?
for you, Dan. Sorry to
Hang
interrupt.
on. No, well, don't interrupt. So, go on.
That's a good point.
Go on. You've already interrupted.
Are you going to be on the ones for the festivals you haven't gone to?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm the fucking host.
Yeah,
this
that's what I was
podcast.
wondering. That's what I was wondering.
My podcast now.
What happened to the one that we started filming, but you got it all wrong, and then I had to tell you about that?
Good point.
Are we going to upload that bit?
I didn't get it wrong.
Oh.
It was like that when I got it.
Bill Gates.
It was like that when I got it.
Interesting.
Quite literally. Someone fucked with it. But no, we'll be doing plenty more of these.
You checked it beforehand, didn't you?
Of course I did.
Yeah, of course I did. I just didn't notice it. I checked it. I just didn't notice it. Like human error, mate.
No
it's
wonder they
part of
didn't
life.
let you drive the actual
User
plane.
error?
Human error. It's part of life.
Human error or user error?
Human error.
User.
What, you've never done a human factors
It wouldn't
training?
be a podcast without bickering at the
Can we
end.
wrap this up? I want some food. man.
Yeah,
no,
I want to
shut
go
up.
home.
I want some more food, you know.
No,
Yeah.
well, you're not getting
Why didn't you
any.
go with Raz?
You full?
It'll be busy.
Yeah, he's got to go have a half-cooked pizza with Bird.
Lasagna.
It's called chicken.
Or chicken pizza. Stop making
It
that.
actually is going to be chicken, I think.
You're joking.
YFC.
Oh,
Oh.
You know what? Those wings from YFC were
I would
actually-
murder a
Nice.
YFC spicy tower burger.
Anyway, we're getting distracted. We've got loads more coming out for you for the rest of the year. You've just watched the one that we put out, so I'm not going to talk about that.
have they?
Done. Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I put it out last week. So they've just watched it last week.
And remember, it's my birthday.
Yeah, so wish him happy birthday if you want. If not,
Even if it's a week later.
that's fine as well.
Thanks, everyone. Pleasure,
Thank you very
as
much.
always.
Thank you, boys, for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
See you
all
soon.
for joining me.
Thanks for having us in my own living room.
I love you all.
We love you too.
And you. I meant them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm saying it to them.
I guess I love you four as well.
Yeah,
too.
whatever.
I want to say
So
four
I do.
and three.
Do you want to help me with that wank?
No, I definitely do not. Right, on that note, we're
That's
off.
a bit rude, isn't it?
Sithy!
Bye-bye.
On your birthday as well.
Look, I'm not wanking your
On your
cock off.
birthday as
With your
well.
mouth.
No.